What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Popcorn Chicken. I'm your host, Elvin, and we got a jam-packed show. Lots of things going on in Hollywood. Some people are panicking. Some people are excited. I know somebody who's very excited. He finally gets me back in his life after a week of vacation. There he is.
I was so sad.
Stop lying. I saw you partying.
Yeah, I'm a little hungover. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, there he is. There's his recovery.
I gotta get electrolytes. I wish this was Brondo, so I feel like it's got electrolytes. You know what I'm saying?
Electrolytes. I got my Pico tea.
Nice,
I'm good.
nice.
Yes. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. A little tired, little spent. I had a little, like I said, a little too much to drink last night, but I'm okay.
That's good. That's good. At least you had a good time.
Yeah. How you doing, bro? How was your vacay?
NYC.
Not much of a vacay?
No, NYC was great. We packed
awesome.
as much as we could in 1 week.
Nice.
We got to see every monument we wanted to see pretty much. We got to walk at Central Park.
Yeah.
Eat great pizza.
Nice.
Ray's Pizza. Shout out to Ray's Pizza.
Okay.
They got a couple of restaurants around New York, and I talked to a couple of people when they asked me what did I eat. And I said I had a Ray's Pizza. They're like, "Good man." Like New Yorkers are telling me, "Good man." That's a good joint. That's a good joint.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, cool. If I'm getting endorsed by New Yorkers of my choices, that means I'm doing good.
That's good to hear. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was under the speculation that New Yorkers had like prime pizza locations that they were just loyal to. But if there's like a majority saying, yo, this is actually good shit, then
apparently
Ray's
got a good reputation. So they got a good
rep.
They're open till 3 a.m.
Okay.
So you know what we did is we had our dinner, but then around 10 o'clock, you get a little hungry, right? The stomach starts saying, "Hey, feed me more so we can go to sleep together."
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So Ray's was right around the corner from our hotel.
Nice. Okay.
So went in there, and all you need is one slice. That's all you need because
what
they're
was the
New
slice
York
you went with?
slices.
What was
They're
the slice you went with?
So I went with something that I didn't think I was gonna like. I went with the veggie slice.
Okay.
It was good.
Okay.
It was better than any veggie pizza I had ever.
Well, I mean, most of the pizzas out here in Canada are run by brown people, so like they're veggie pizzas, they just throw shit on there.
Those pizzas are these not all of them, but some of them are made with really shitty wheat flour.
Yes.
And that does a number on my body.
Same.
But Ray's, no issue. I had 3 New York slices in one day, no issues.
They got that good.
Yeah. So I tried the veggie. I liked that one out of the most, but they had a couple of other stuff there. They had a chicken one that was really good, a pepperoni one that was really good. My kids ate it up. My kids were going crazy over it. They're like, "Oh my God, give us a whole large pizza." I'm like, "No, you're not getting a whole large pizza." Pigs, calm down. But yeah, they loved it. But we went a couple of good joints, had some good dinner. We went to this Brazilian place where they had the best lamb in the freaking world.
Okay.
It was good. My wife wanted to go back, and she never does that. She never goes back to a restaurant twice in a week.
Holy, okay.
She's like, "Let's go back again." I'm like, no, we got to go try something else, right? But she goes, the lamb was on point.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was like grilled barbecued lamb.
I love lamb, man. It's it's got to be done right. It's got to be done right.
It was so tender. Lamb is a tough meat, right?
Yes. Yeah.
This thing you can slice it with a butter knife.
That's crazy.
It's so tender, so moist and juicy. It was great, man. Oh, good stuff. Oh, I'm getting hungry now. I want to go back and eat there. I'll fly down there just for that.
Shit.
We checked out the Ghostbusters building.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So it's an active fire hall.
Oh,
it's nestled in a nice area of Manhattan.
Yeah,
it's a very nice area. It's close to the Brooklyn Bridge.
Okay.
It's about a 10-minute walk from the bridge there, 10-15-minute walk. So we went there and not too many people around. I think there's maybe about 5 other people there taking pictures.
Okay.
So it was in the middle of the day. So I think the nostalgia's worn off on it, but people still were coming and going. Okay. It wasn't like a huge crowd was there. It was just like every 10 minutes somebody would show up people will show up to take pictures. Right?
Did they keep anything from like the Ghostbuster stuff to kind of like attract the people, or is it just like now a fire howl?
So the sign at the top is there.
Okay.
The entrance to the garage has on the ground has the Ghostbusters logo.
Okay. So
But
they kept
you
some
can't
things.
but you can't enter it because it's an active fire hall.
Fire hall. Okay.
It's not a
That
museum.
might be where it's losing its charm a little bit. Then maybe.
But I feel
People
like
probably want to go inside.
if the neighborhood needs a fire station, I think that's more important than a tourist building, right?
That's
Taking
fair.
a spot.
Yeah, that's fair, man.
Because space is a premium, right, in Manhattan, right? So it's not like they can say, oh, let's take this entire fire hall that saves probably people's lives in the neighborhood and make it into a tourist spot, right?
Right.
So I didn't mind that. I just went for the picture, and then we were on our way to walk. We walked the Brooklyn Bridge. We actually walked all the way across.
Wow.
So,
okay.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was a 30-minute walk. It wasn't too bad.
But it must have been hot as shit.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. What made it hot? I mean, hard was it was difficult to walk because of the heat.
Yeah.
We're hitting around 28, 29 with humidity.
Okay.
So it wasn't fun. But we all had our little fans with us.
Nice.
We had electric
from
fans
Amazon.
with us. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
I grabbed the family some fans, and that kind of made it a little bit bearable.
Yeah.
Right. So it was good. And then we constantly got, one of the things you need to continue doing is always get liquids into your body. Like water is essential, and especially that type of heat. It just gets your body set up for the later part of the day. Right. So we handed back a couple bottles of water before we do any of these outdoor long treks. Right.
Mhm.
So, and that keeps us going till the evening. Then we replenish, and then we're pretty good for the next day because your body needs liquid. Your body needs rest if you're going to do these tourist things where you're always on the go, right? So it was good. I had a good time. I did go to the Tamashii Nation store. I called you from there.
Yes. Yeah. I appreciate you doing that, by the way.
Unfortunately, they didn't have any cards there. There was a comic book store, but I was getting blocked by the wife.
Yeah.
She's like, no, we're doing our family stuff first.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
So I did see a couple of Broadway shows.
Oh, cool. Which ones?
So one I wanted to see, one I was forced to see. Okay. So
a musical.
No. So obviously Broadway, you go because of the musical. That's what it's all about, right?
Yeah.
So we went to see, which we booked it way in advance, was Stranger Things.
Ooh. Okay.
So it's not a musical.
Okay.
How can I say this? It's a 10. It's an 11 out of 10. It is so good that you forget the show altogether. It is so well done. It's my first time watching a Broadway show, so maybe I'm a little over exaggerating comparing it to other ones because I haven't seen them. But my first take on this was, this is amazing. Not fully interactive. There were interactive options in the show. Like, for example, the hazmat guys, they walk around, right, in their show. Well, they come to you in the audience, and they're like flashing their flashlights in front of you, checking out you, seeing if you're toxic and things like that. I mean, I'm toxic a little bit, but even the main actor who was playing, it's a prequel based on the original storyline of one.
Oh,
number one.
Okay.
Right. So it talks about how it all began.
That's kind of cool. Okay.
And it's got Hopper and what's Winona Ryder's character? Grace?
Yeah.
It's got them in high school. 1959 it starts.
Oh, okay. That's kind of okay. I'm digging this.
And you would think it'd be like a weak story, but it was a very, very strong story. They had multiple stories going on in there. Obviously, the main one is number one. You also had a girl that was adopted, but found out her dad basically was a mistake, and the dad just basically kind of had her shunned a little bit, but she was looking for her mother. So, I mean, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. It's a must-see. It's a must-see. If you have a chance to go see it, go see it. It is an absolute blast to see. The actor who plays one, phenomenal dude. Phenomenal actor. Like, I could see this guy being in Hollywood soon. Like, that's how good he was. It's not a musical. It's not a musical. That doesn't mean there's music not involved. There's audio. The production is top quality, A+. You really feel like you're in a movie instead of a show.
Okay.
Especially the effects that they throw in, like at the end, you know, that giant monster in Stranger Things, the big one,
the one with
spider
the
looking one,
tentacles. Yes.
Yeah. So they got a realistic one in the theater.
What the hell?
It's great, and it comes down and scares the shit out of you.
Wow. Okay. I'm curious as to what their production value is with these things, man.
Oh, top notch, man. Top notch. I'm telling you, like we both, like all four of us, my kids and my wife, we all at the end, everybody stood up. The whole audience stood up and clapped, and we were just ecstatic.
That's pretty cool. Okay. It's too bad. You know, they should do like what they did with Hamilton and like record that Broadway show and then like stream it or put it out there for people to see.
A lot of people, like, they came up and like there's ushers standing and watching, seeing if anyone takes their phone out.
Yeah.
And they immediately come right to you within seconds and flash the light right in your face and turn it off now. They're extremely aggressive about keeping the secrecy of it.
Right. Interesting. Okay. Then they probably want the money coming in. They must have some sort of exclusive rights.
Sold out shows after sold out shows after sold out shows.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay.
So when we were walking in, on the other side, there was another theater doing a show called What Death Becomes of Her.
Okay.
Is it What Death Becomes of Her? Let me check. Death. I think it is, yeah. Yeah, Death Becomes Her. Sorry, not Death Becomes of Her. Yeah, it's a 1992 comedy starring Helen. Is it Helen? No. I think it was Helen. But it's basically a comedy about two women fighting over one man.
Okay.
And they'll kill each other for him. That kind of thing. So it's one of my wife's favorite shows or movies. Right. So she's watched it lots of times. I always see her writing. Meryl Streep, Bruce Willis, and so Meryl Streep, Bruce Willis, and Goldie Hawn. So
is this the one where they like drink some potion to get younger?
Yes.
And then they can't really die. And he helps put them together. Okay. Yes, I remember.
So my wife absolutely loves this movie. Right. So she saw it when we're walking into Stranger Things. She's like, can we please go see this tomorrow? I'm like, you're asking me to buy tickets a day before? Are you kidding? We bought our tickets 2 months ago for Stranger Things. And we were lucky to do that because it's sold out, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, can you please try? I'm like, I don't care for this. This is you. This is not me. This is like me making you go watch an anime. You don't care about anime. Right? She's like, come on, please, please, please. And my kids already said, no, we're not watching. We'll stay in the hotel. We don't care, right? We're not watching.
Yeah.
So I went online as a good husband and I found 2 good seats.
Okay.
It cost me an arm and a leg, but I found 2 good because it's secondary market, right?
Right.
And so I got the tickets and I was like, I'm going to hate this so much. This is not, I don't care for this thing at all. Right. So we get in there and it's a packed house. We get in there and I look around. All I see is gay people and middle-aged women. I look around. You're gay. You're a middle-aged woman. You're gay. You're middle. And I look at my wife. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna like this show because this is not for me. This is for you and everybody else around here. And you're gonna all have a good time. Like you guys will all have a good time.
Right.
I'm not. Right. So I told her, can I just go during the intermission and I'll pick you up an hour later?
Yeah,
because they have it. So one of the good things about these shows, they have intermissions in the middle to give you a break.
Right.
Because the shows are generally about 3 hours.
Okay, that makes sense.
So Stranger Things was about a solid 3 hours.
Damn. Okay.
Because they're putting so much story into it.
Yeah, lengthy. It's not like a film. You just can't edit stuff out. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So she's like, no, you're staying right here. I'm like, oh, man. Right. And so I'm like, I'm going to have fun with this. I'm going to start doing low-key boos every time they laugh and cheer. Right?
Oh, my God, dude. That's how you get murdered in New York.
I was waiting for somebody to say, hey, buddy, F up. I'll be like, you wish, pal. Right?
Shit.
I was just going to have fun with it a little bit. I was going to be obviously not an ass about it, but I was going to.
Yeah.
just to have some fun with it, right? So during the halftime, this guy's behind me. These two guys, they're an item, obviously. They're like, I saw the Stranger Things sign on the other side. Do you think it's worth going check it out? I heard good things about it. So I turn around and go, well, let me tell you, brother. I go, that is a good show, and you should go see it. It is much better than this show, right? And they were not too amused me saying that because they were having a good time.
Yeah.
It is. I will say this, and I told my wife this: the production quality was fantastic for this show.
Okay.
There were some good laughters in there. It's not me, but I can appreciate what everybody else around me likes it.
Yeah.
I can see why they're laughing. I can see why they're clapping. It was well done. What I didn't like was there was some cheeks of the male variety in the show. And it's not my thing. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm gonna just check my phone. Then I can't check my phone because they don't allow phones, right? I'm like, shit. I'll just look at my shoes then. Right?
What did your wife think about the cheeks?
She loves it. She loved it. And I fully expected her to love it. Right? And it was not like it was like constantly, it was like once in a while kind of thing, because they clearly knew their audience, what they want. Yeah. And so they created this show, this Broadway show for that audience. And I respect that, because you should know your audience and cater to that audience. You shouldn't try to shoehorn things that your audience don't care about.
Absolutely.
So you had glitz and glamour, because obviously women love this movie. My wife's one of them that loves the, Meryl Streeps and Goldie Hawn. So you had a lot of glitz and glamour. You had a lot of, like, I'm beautiful, darling. One of those kind of things. Like, it is expected in that show.
Right.
Right. Was I bored? Yes. I wanted to sleep most of the time through this thing. But I looked over to my wife and she's having a blast. I'm like, you know what? Let her have her thing. I even told her I'm like, you know what? During the intermission, I told her, go get some merch. So she got some merch. They were overly expensive merch. Right. I think it was $40 for a pair of socks, which was ridiculous. Yeah, I know. I'm like, she bought a mug or something. I'm like, hey, go enjoy it. Because you can't buy that merch anywhere else. They only sell it at the theater.
Right.
And because she's a big fan, I'm like, you know what? You're going to regret it if you don't grab something. Right. So she went, and even Stranger Things. She loves Stranger Things a lot. I got her to get a hat. It says New York in red, but it's upside down.
Oh, cool.
Because it's upside down. Right. So she loved that hat. I'm like, go get it. Yeah, go enjoy it. Right. My kids wanted it. I'm like, no. I don't have $40 per each one of you. Okay. One hat. We all share it. We all share it.
You get it Monday. You get it Tuesday, Wednesday.
Exactly. Saturday, Sunday, it's mom's. Right? But yeah, it was awesome. Good times. I implore people to go see Broadway shows. Any one of them. I think from what I hear, all of them are fantastic. I would have loved to see Back to the Future, but I already know the story. But I would love to see it because a friend of mine saw it, and he, shout out to Jeff. He's seen it. He told me it's good, so I take his word for it. But they don't do it in New York anymore. They stopped doing it in New York. It's only available in Tokyo, Toronto, and London.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So next year, if I do go to Toronto at some point, maybe I'll check it out. Yeah. But Stranger Things is an absolute must if you're a fan of that show. Even if you're not a fan of the show and you like good production, you will not be disappointed. I'm telling you right now. You can spend $200 on a ticket and still be amazed.
That's pretty cool. Okay.
Yeah.
What was your favorite thing about New York?
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
I mean, the other thing was obvious. I say in terms of my favorite thing, but overall, I think just to see my kids' eyes open up when they see the Statue of Liberty, when you see icon like the Empire State Building, right? When they see Times Square, because both of my kids, every time they saw some landmark, they're like telling me about a Marvel movie that had it.
Gee. So that's their connection with it.
That's their connection. So my youngest one, when we were taking the Staten Island ferry back, he saw a green cover top building. He's like, that's Doctor Strange's, what's his Sanctum, right? I'm like, Sanctum, maybe. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, you may be right. I'm just trying to make them happy about it. I'm like, yeah, you may be right. So their imagination went wild because of that. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. The
landmarks, right? Yeah, Statue of Liberty was huge for them because they see it in so many movies, right? So to have them see it up close nearby, and they're like, wow, their eyes lit up. They were so happy, right? That was my main reason for going and taking them to New York, is to get them cultured in that city, right? How amazing that city is. New York is a fantastic city. It's just got so much going on for it. I love New York. It's my second time there, and it won't be my last. I will be going back again. Just so much fun. You got to come with me.
That's awesome. I would like to someday. Someday
Okay.
I'd like to.
I'll drag you. I'll drag
Okay.
you and D to New York. Just put something in a cloth and just chloroform. Is it
Chloroform?
chloroform? Drag you guys in.
Just ship me in a shipping container. It'll be cheaper. Shove me in a box, man.
But anyways, let's get into our show here. We're off topic here too much, but yeah, it was a good time in New York. Shout out to New York and everybody there.
Awesome.
Let's do some birthdays, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we got happy birthday to Amy Adams.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Beautiful Amy Adams. How old do you think Amy Adams is?
44.
Okay, you say 44. Okay.
44.
Okay.
I see we got some viewers. If you're out there watching, you put it up. Put it up.
Let us know. I'll give you 10 seconds. Give me a number. How old is Amy Adams? You said how old did you say?
44.
Okay. The beautiful Amy Adams is 51.
Whoa. Okay. Older than I thought. Damn.
Yeah. Still very nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
A happy birthday to your favorite, Andrew Garfield.
He's there. I'm gonna say I'll say he's 43.
Okay, you say he's 43.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield is, for 1,000,000 points. Chris says 42.
Price is right me, Chris. You price is right me, Chris.
His price is writing you.
Beat you, Chris. I'm gonna beat
you. Andrew Garfield is 42. Chris is right. He gets 1,000,000 points.
Oh shit. Okay.
I think he's cheating, right? I think he's cheating.
Yeah. He has too much movie knowledge. It shouldn't be allowed.
Oh man. Okay, let's do a couple more here. Let's do. I had some here. There we go. I did have some here. Where'd it go?
Not cheating, he says.
Happy birthday to Dave Chappelle.
Ooh.
How old is Dave?
Ooh. I'm gonna say he's like 56.
Okay. For 500,000 points. What does everybody else think? Chris says 54. What do you say?
56.
Dave Chappelle is 52. You lost to Chris again.
That's crazy.
You're cheating there. You can't do it there. You can't cheat. This guy in his own profile. Trying to get two numbers on. You thought I wouldn't notice. You thought I wouldn't notice, but I did. Happy birthday to Rupert Grint, who played Ron in Harry Potter movies. The ginger hair.
He's 36.
Rupert is 36, you say. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's no longer going to be part of the Harry Potter show because they got the show coming up. So,
yeah,
someone will also replace him. They better have a ginger person in there.
They do. They did cast a ginger kid. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So, Rupert is, Chris says 36 and a half. That's not a birthday. But,
no halves.
No halves. No halves. Does not count. Rupert is 37 years old.
Oh, he's a year older than Daniel Radcliffe. Okay.
Oh, is that why you said 36?
Yeah, I thought they were the same age.
Okay, that's pretty good though.
Yeah. And Emma Watson is a year younger than them.
I'm kind of bummed that she's not in the new show, obviously because of age, but yeah. Happy birthday to Tim Burton.
Oh, he old. I know he's old. He's got to be pushing. He's got to be pushing 74 by now.
Chris's main goal is just to overbid you.
God damn it.
You say 74. Guess what he's going to say, right?
Yep.
Oh, Chris says 65. Oh, he didn't do it. He went way under. Okay.
Well,
Tim Burton is 66.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
Chris.
Okay, I
Chris
was
is
way
killing
off.
you, right? Chris is killing
I
you.
thought he was much older than that. Okay. My
One
bad.
last one. One last one here. The happy birthday to the beautiful Claudia Schiffer, who I didn't know about until yesterday, which is just a coincidence. She has a minority owner in an English Premier Soccer team.
Oh.
So she got some money. She got some money.
Which team?
I believe it is. I'll find out in 2 seconds here. Brentford.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
I was watching the game yesterday because I'm in a soccer league pool for English Premier League, and they showed her, and I'm like, "What's she doing there?" And then all of a sudden, the announcer's like, "Oh, she's a minority owner in Brentford," and I'm like, "Oh, okay,
Okay.
yeah." So she's a
Interesting.
yeah. It was very very interesting. Yeah, she was a minority owner in Brentford,
Wow.
and her team won yesterday, so she was happy. So how old is Claudia Schiffer? Chris says 68.
67.
Okay. Oh, you went under him, huh? Look at you. Well, you guys are mean because Claudia Schiffer, the beautiful Claudia Schiffer, is 54.
Oh. Oops. My
And
bad.
she looks phenomenal still.
My bad.
Phenomenal. So, yes. So that is the birthdays. Let's do some events, shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's do some events. All right. This week in Hollywood, the movie in 1998, a movie called Blade got released.
Yeah, boy.
Dude, that was more than 25 years ago.
I know.
How? I feel old.
That's crazy.
More than 25 years ago.
Yeah, but that movie was sick. That movie was so visceral, man.
That scene when the rave music hit and he
Damn.
walks into that underground rave. Oh, I was like, whoa, we're back,
dude.
baby. We are back.
It was so action-packed and so badass.
Because up until Marvel movies were just boring, lame-ass movies, right?
Yep.
And then you just see him walking. I'm like, oh, he made Blade cool.
He made Blade very cool.
Very few people knew about Blade.
Yeah. I honestly, he is like what RDJ is to Iron Man. You know, I don't care who they get, what actor they get. I don't think there's anybody that's gonna top Wesley Snipes' iteration of Blade, man.
No. Slice and dice, he will.
Yeah.
I got to meet him. Very lovely man.
I remember you telling me this.
Not as tall as I would think. He was 5'5", 5'5" or 5'6". So, but extremely nice person. Very said hi to everybody that came to him. Never shunned anybody. Wasn't disrespectful. So yeah, very very lovely man. How old? In 1998, how old was I? I was 18 years old. Yeah, I was in my prime movie days, baby.
Yeah, I was definitely in my teenage years when that came out.
Yeah. So 1988. Wow, crazy. In 2022, a TV show called House of the Dragons debuted. Do you watch it?
No, I don't think I've ever actually heard of that show.
House of the Dragons, the prequel to the Game of Thrones?
Oh, my bad. No, I've never watched it though.
Oh, you're hurting me, Sheldon. You're hurting me. My soul is getting hurt here.
I don't subscribe to Crave.
You don't watch Avatar. You didn't watch House of the Dragon. What is wrong with this man? You don't watch good stuff.
If I had the channel, I'd watch it.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. It's a prequel to the Game of Thrones. It takes place 100 years before.
First when the dragons were still around.
Yes, lots of them.
Yeah,
lots of dragons around. So season 3 is underway.
Oh shit! Oh, I thought it was done. Okay.
No. They said they got about 5 seasons in them.
Wow. Okay. Crazy.
But not only that is being done, there's also another story from that IP, the Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Right, they're spinning off, right?
Yeah, this one is a more smaller, grounded, not grounded, but smaller scaled in terms of characters.
Yeah,
it's about Sir Duncan. I've read and listened to the podcast. Sorry, not the audio book of it, and it's great. It's great.
This one goes further back, right?
Yes, I don't know exactly the timeline, but it's really good.
Gotcha.
So, House of Dragons in 2022 debuted. Maybe we have time to do one more. Do we have time to do one more? If I can find something worthy. Nope, nothing worthy.
They're not worthy. They can't be Thor.
Yeah, no, nothing really of major comes about here in terms of it. Oh, I did forget one birthday. It's if you're a gamer, then you know this character, this person, Hideo Kojima.
Oh yes, yeah. He's like 58.
So, you put me on the spot now. I have to find him.
Ah!
Come on, Hideo, where are you? I know you're here somewhere. Snake.
I remember watching an interview Norman Reedus was giving about like how he was doing Death Stranding with Hideo Kojima, and he was saying that Hideo Kojima was giving him like direction as to how to feel, and he was like, "Yeah, you just gotta act like you saw like a giant whale fly in the sky," and Norman was like, "Yo, I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about, but I just kind of went with it because it was fun."
He is doing some Japanese mushrooms for sure. And not the edible kind.
No.
Chris says he's 340 years old. That's that's
he's probably right, to be honest.
How old do you think Hideo is? If you don't know who he is, look him up. He's a famous gamer from Japan. He's in a game called Metal Gear Solid, which made $1 bajillion.
Yeah, he made all those. He's a legendary game creator. Yeah,
he's very quirky.
Yes, very. Yeah. He's very artistic when it comes to his games.
Yeah, it's very Japanese stylish thinking.
Yeah.
How old do you think he is?
Let's say 58.
All right. He is 62.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Up there. That is it for this week in Hollywood in terms of birthdays and events. We'll do another one next week.
Fantastic.
We've top 5, and we'll discuss the top 5 in a bit here.
Mm-hmm.
Your top 5 this time. You're bringing in top 5. What is your top 5?
My top 5 is about high fantasy movies. High fantasy movies.
So what do you mean by high? They smoke weed? Like, what do you mean by that?
No, I'm talking like mythological, magic, swords,
so very
kingdoms
nerdy.
be involved. Very nerdy style movies, man.
Very hardcore fantasy type of movies.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And you, before we started on the air, you said it was a very difficult process for you.
I was stressing, man. I was honestly stressed out about this because I felt like I was disrespecting some movies for not putting them in there. You know, so
I mean, obviously, some people are going to have a different view on what they believe is a top 5. Yeah. And that's the whole point of this top 5 is we could easily have done a top 10 and made it way easier for us to cram our favorites in there. But because it's a top 5, some of these categories that we pick, it's very difficult to leave off a movie because we like so many movies from certain genres. And you are a big fan of this genre. And it was like picking between your kids kind of thing, right?
Honestly, it felt like that. I have none, but that's what it felt like.
Yeah. And that's the whole point of it. We want to make it extremely difficult to make our top 5, and we hope that you guys appreciate our top 5. Every week we're going to do one that we do a show. So every week we'll have a top 5 either from me or Sheldon on a variety of pop culture topics. You can let us know about your top 5 too in the comments section. Definitely want to hear your top 5 based on the current week's topic. So we'll get your top 5 in a bit here. Let's do some news around Hollywood, shall we? We do have our main topic, as you saw from the title, Disney panics over viewership. We'll talk about it towards the end of the show. That is our main topic. But let's get into some news from around Hollywood. There is a movie coming out. It's in the works with Universal. It is Archie Comics movie in the works at Universal.
Okay. I'll be honest.
Did you read those books when you were a kid?
I did read Archie back in the day, man. Like it wasn't like a consistent thing. It was like every time I could find one or grab one, I would. So I didn't like have a whole. I maybe have like I don't know 20 some odd books, of that. But eventually, I grew out of Archie. And then when I heard that they were doing a TV show, I was like, okay. And then I was like, this isn't Archie. I was like, what the hell is this shit?
My wife loved that show. Riverdale, right? Is it Riverdale?
Oh yeah, yes. I was like, this is not what I read growing up. This is way too dark and way too serious. I wasn't a fan of it. I was not a fan.
Neither was I.
Yeah.
A lot of people loved it though.
Yeah. Well, it spoke to the teenage angst and stuff, right? Like,
well, they knew their audience was going to be young kids, between the age of maybe 14 and 18. Right?
Yeah, and older. And
it's a CW, so they're going to hammer down that age demographic. Yeah. That's what they always do, right? CW is a demographic. They know their demographic and they focus on that, which is fine because it ran for several years. It was successful. It was not my thing. I didn't care for it because I'm like, I read Archie comics for laughter.
Yeah.
And if I see my characters from Archie that I read in a serious way, I was like, yeah, that's not me. It's the same thing what they did with Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the remake.
Oh, yes. I heard about the remake. Never bothered watching it.
I'm like, I don't care for this. I don't. It's not my thing. A lot of people liked it. They said it was really good. I'm like, okay, but I went years of laughter with that show. Why would I want to see those characters be serious? I just don't want to do that.
That's how I felt when they said that they were doing Powerpuff Girls, because I watched Powerpuff Girls back in the day. It was a very entertaining cartoon show.
I'm sure it was.
Yep, it was dope. I ain't afraid to admit it. Powerpuff Girls is dope.
All the part of you, buddy.
Especially Mojo Jojo. You don't with Mojo Jojo.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds like a really healthy drink. Looks like Booster Juice made that drink.
So Mojo Jojo is like this monkey who's got like he in the show. There's the professor who made the little girls that gave them superpowers. He was trying to make the perfect little girls, and then Chemical X got introduced. So
doesn't sound weird at all.
Yep, totally. And his assistant
Pinocchio
was this monkey who also got his hands on Chemical X, and his brain grew to be large, and he ended up being like this evil tyrant person. But anyways, in the live action, they turned Mojo Jojo into a human being, which was already a negative. He had like a daughter who like died or something like that, and that's why he wanted revenge on the professor guy. But they decided to go live action. They went from sweet little girls to cracked out actresses that couldn't make it. One became like a firefighter, didn't care for her powers.
Don't you love when they do that to your favorite IP?
God, man, it was bad. And then they showed off like thankfully it never even made it to a pilot episode, but they had recorded things and they showed it and it looked bad. It looks so people were happy that this thing got canceled. They're like, thank God they did not make it.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So the movie's in the works by Universal. I hope they stay. When we heard Tom King's take on the classic material, we instantly thought it would make sense. Made sense as an event movie for all audiences. The filmmaker shift. Okay. When I hear all audiences, I start worrying immediately because I know what Hollywood's thinking right now. They're going to gay it up. They're going to do all kinds of things in terms of DEI movements and all that stuff.
It's going to be very over-sexualized too.
It's going to get ruined. It's going to get ruined. This is what's going to happen. They're going to have their own modern take on it and ruin the core of the characters that's going to be in here.
Yeah.
So Jughead's going to be basically, deciding which way he wants to go. Does he want to be gay? Does he want to be straight? It's going to be something like that. And it's going to ruin the stories and the history of this comic book.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something I can't stand because just create something else if you want to have something else.
Yeah.
Don't go and take something that has a good storyline, has good characters that people know. So many people used to go to the shopping mall, the grocery store, and pick one of these up on the side when you check the counter and read them. And they were just funny. It was a guy and two girls that were fighting for him. It was funny.
You a Betty or Veronica guy?
Oh, man. I'm gonna go Veronica.
I was a Betty guy.
Ah, you can't go wrong with either one of them. That's why he had a hard time.
Yeah.
But it was just funny because it was just two women trying to chase this guy, and he was an idiot himself, right?
Yep.
He was a goofball. And you had some side characters like Moose. Is it Moose?
Yeah.
Was it Moose?
Yep.
And Jughead, and you had other characters, and it was fun. It was just harmless fun. And if they make a movie about it and make it as harmless and fun as this, it's a comedy with nothing serious about it, I think people will enjoy it. Is this a movie that people are going to go to theaters? I don't know, because I think the audience is way older now that used to like this. This would be better as a Netflix show or HBO Max show.
I agree with that. It's a different kind. It's like an everyday life of a teenager kind of thing, you know. Like it's not something that's grandstand. There's nothing crazy that really happens in Archie. It's like everyday issues that they kind of blow out to proportion a little.
It was an 80s everyday or 70s everyday type of teenager life.
Yeah, they're like, let's go to the soda shop, guys. I was like,
yeah,
okay. I'm like,
let's go to the beach, right? That's what, you know, those eras had. And I don't want this to be like, hey, Veronica's going down this deep path with drugs, and Betty's in social media and being toxic. Yep. And Archie's you know, aggressively, you know, hates belittles women, and he's a bad person. He's to learn how to love the female, you know, species. And I'm just like, in my mind, I mean, this was exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah,
this is the type of stuff that they're going to try with their different take on it, right? And it's just like, come on, can we just have some fun with this? Make it a fun movie. Put it on Netflix. Put it on HBO Max.
Yeah,
no one will get upset. It's a simple movie, having some fun. There's no huge expectations, because I think the audience is like in their 40s and 50s now that loved this IP. Right.
So. Yeah, and they're the ones that are probably going to end up watching it in the theaters, and then they'll be thoroughly disappointed.
If you put it in a streaming platform, less uproar if it's not that good.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I think I don't think it has the weight to make money in the theaters.
No,
you could put Margot Robbie in here, and it's still not going to make a ton of money.
Yeah, it doesn't have the pull, man. Like,
yeah, it doesn't.
No.
And which is why you need to stay as true to the roots as possible, because that's probably the biggest pull you're going to have. If you make this into like a Gen Z movie, I don't know. Do Gen Zs even know about this? Like, if I go to my oldest son and say, you know what Archie is? He'd be like, what are you talking about?
Who's Archie, man?
Yeah,
what's your problem with him, Dad?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll keep an update on this, and we'll go from there. What else we got here? We got some other news coming down.
Shameik Moore is now recording for the Spider-Man movie.
Oh,
yeah,
the audio for it.
Yeah,
nice. Okay,
but 2028. So
it's funny because me and I think Dee were discussing this the other day. It's like, we're gonna forget everything about the movies, the hype, all of that's gonna be gone, and they're gonna have to restart the marketing program and get everybody back onto the track.
Yeah.
I don't know why. What is Sony doing? Like, this is their money maker.
They like 2 years apart. Okay, the strike thing, whatever that happened, but you just pay your damn CGI people, man. I don't understand.
If this is one of the most successful movies, and I say movies with an S because both of them are highly successful.
Yeah.
If they're making the bread, and your other IPs from the Spider-Man licensing is not making you nothing, i.e. Hunter, what's his name?
Craven,
Morbius,
yep.
The Venom, the female cast of
Madam Web.
All four of them were disgustingly terrible.
Yep.
And all four of them bombed horrifically. It wasn't even close. So you lost money for sure. If you combine all four of its cost, including marketing, you probably lost millions. Why are you not pushing this to get there faster? Because you could actually spin off things from here too, which they're trying to do. They're doing the Nicolas Cage live action.
Yes, saw that.
That is going to be a TV show. He doesn't have the pull to pull an audience for a movie.
No, not anymore.
It's going to be a TV show. But if you don't have this movie to build that hype for that offspring, it's going to be hard to pull audiences because people have forgotten about this character.
Yeah.
Right?
It's been too long without mentioning him or like even trying to keep him relevant in the space. I'm sure people will still go watch this movie, but it's not going to be the turnout that they were expecting.
It's not going to have that pull, right?
Yeah.
Because the hype is gone.
Gone. Yep. Absolutely, man.
Well, they fired the head of Sony's Columbia Pictures. I forgot her name. She was the one that was working with Kevin Feige to get Spider-Man in the wraps. Right. I heard that Kevin Feige, when they first approached Sony about having Spider-Man in the lore, they offered to give Sony full access to all of their Marvel characters. And Sony's head female, I forgot her name, said no thanks. Can you imagine your board members hearing that?
Interesting.
Wait, hold on a minute. You had access to all of their characters, so and all they wanted was Spider-Man in return. You said no?
Way to drop the ball. Way to drop the damn ball, man. Oh.
Yeah. Look that up, people. I'm telling you that
crazy,
it was a conversation. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's gonna be a thing. We'll have to wait and see, but like Sony's made so much money off those two movies, they could have afforded to pay their CGI departments much more.
Oh my god. Can you you have access to the entire catalog of Marvel characters and all they wanted was Spider-Man and you said no. Eventually it came to terms, but it wasn't that term. That was off the table. Once it was off the table, it's gone. Now it was just like, we'll give you a percentage of the sales, blah, blah, blah. We'll promote Spider-Man to help you grow that brand because Sony couldn't grow it.
No.
Right?
They literally just relied on Spider-Man being Spider-Man. That was it. That's really what sold it. Sony didn't do too much.
No. So yeah, Sony is, I don't know what they're doing. They're just spinning tires right now. They're lucky that Marvel even cares for them because in order for them to keep that licensing, they need to make a movie, I think, every other year or every year. I can't remember, something like that. They have to use something from the Spider-Man licensing. That's why they're making all these shitty characters just to keep afloat. And all they're doing is just hemorrhaging money. So good for them. Good job. Bo DeMeo is in the news. I don't know if you're familiar who he is.
I know exactly who he is, and I think I know what you're going to be bringing up.
Okay. So let me know if I am correct on this. So Bo DeMeo went on his X profile. If you don't know who Bo DeMeo is, he was the person in charge of creating X-Men 97, the hugely popular animation that came back. It was a continuation from the Fox X-Men show from the 90s. It had great reviews. Season 2 had good reviews as well. They're having season 3 ready to go. Season 2 is already penned and ready to go. Right?
Nice. Yes.
So they're ready to go, but season 3 is almost done as well. So they're way ahead of time. But he got fired before the release of season 1. He got fired because he was a little thirsty, from what I gather.
There was some rated R things.
There was some, but that turned out to be false in some ways. There was no actual evidence.
Right.
It was Marvel's head office felt something and just wanted to fire him. I actually was on the side of Marvel when I heard about this because I'm like, when I heard the news come out, I'm like, this guy's, come on, because his profile on X is very risque.
Yeah.
He's part of the community, but he's very flamboyantly part of the community. Yeah. And it's its own profile. If he wants to do what he wants to do on his profile, that's fine. You don't have to follow him. Right.
See, I was on the opposite end. I was like, at first I was like, I don't even know who this guy is. And then when I found out he did X-Men 97, I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, they screwed up.
So I was on the Marvel side of the team when I heard about this because the news came out that he did some. I don't want to get into the details of it because it's in the past now, allegedly, and then more things kind of surfaced. He got his side of the story out and stuff like that. More collabs with people confirming that it was Marvel just panicking and pushing the button.
Yeah,
and I actually apologized to him on his page and I said, I apologize for me not hearing the full story and jumping to conclusion. So whether you read my apology or not, he probably didn't care, but I wanted to do that because I think a lot of people just, when they are wrong, they don't want to admit it.
Right.
And I'm totally against that. I will admit it if I'm wrong because we make mistakes. And,
Of course.
What he did for X-Men, bringing it back, but putting a little twist on it. There are things I liked about that show, but there was a couple of things I didn't like. There was some weird decision making, and you could tell a little bit of his personality was spewing into the show, especially when Magneto was chained up, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I'm, you know what? I'm like, dude brought the heat.
Yes,
dude brought the heat. Brought our favorite characters.
He stayed true to what that show was
as best as you can. Best as you can.
Yes.
And I love that about it. And I thought, good for him. And so when I heard he got fired, I'm like, but the good thing is season 2 was written by and done by him before they canned him.
Nice.
So season 3 is where we're going to find out, does the train still keep going?
So they're going to still profiting off him, even though they let him go. That's good to hear.
Yeah. And I hope maybe he gets another chance somewhere else, maybe DC Animations. Right?
I feel like he'd do wonders for that. He seems to be the kind of guy that stays very true to what is going on with the origin of that comics and does his best to translate it into TV, you know, which is very rare in that industry nowadays, because people want to put their own spin and shit on there, and too much of it.
Yeah. So what I wanted to get into was some of the stuff that he came out and said was, and he didn't hold back. He said, if you think that the people like Kevin Feige and all these guys are out there making those decisions with research and all that stuff, it's wrong. He says what they do is they get their assistants to do all the work for them, get all the research done for them, and they just get a note. And they don't actually research themselves. Majority of the time, they just tell them, do whatever you wanted.
Right.
So he really went out there and said, if you think that these people do actually care about the IPs, he goes, you'd be mistaken. Oftentimes, these people that make the decisions for certain things to happen in the movie don't have a clue.
Of course. He's calling the industry right.
He's calling them out. He's calling them out.
He's calling it like exactly how we all thought it was. How this industry thought it was being played out. He called it.
He said, it's so strange to see Marvel Studios repeating the same mistakes their publishing division did in the 1990s, pushing more crossovers and events that drown any actual character or story.
Wow.
Yeah. Why I don't think it's a good idea is to hold his own movie. Spider-Man can hold his own movie without shoehorning the Hulk. Thank you.
Absolutely.
The Hulk deserves his own movie. Spider-Man deserves his own movie. They don't need to be in the same movie together unless it's a big collab for a big event.
Yes, I agree. If you're gonna make other heroes, hey, what up, Tav? Other heroes appear, then you should be calling it Spider-Man and Hulk, or Spider-Man Daredevil. Something. A snippet, if it doesn't add anything to the movie and it's just a conversation piece, there's no point in having that in there.
Think of it this way. He goes, when I was on Blade, the budget was so badly used, it was coming down to debates about whether or not we could afford blood.
Holy shit. No way, man. No way, man. It got to... That's sad.
There's also he's talking about X-Men 97 as well. He says there's reports that they're going to be adding characters that nobody really cares about. He goes, here we go again. This is what I fought for every day on X-Men 97 from certain directors and from Dana and the studio. Why the hell are you creating new characters that we have zero attachment to? We might as well just go play Overwatch.
Hey, he not wrong. He's not wrong. Who gives a shit about any other characters, man? No one. I don't understand why they're trying to make him happen. It's not gonna work. Okay, this man is cooking. He's cooking.
Yeah, he basically called out a lot of people. He's burning bridges too, though.
He is,
because Marvel's not going to sign him ever again.
You know what? And that'll be their fault.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with that at all.
I give him praise because he's standing on his ground. He may be burning bridges, but he is standing on his ground about it. He is. I personally think he's speaking for everybody that are fans of Marvel, of those characters that want them to stay true to what the character is. So I give him. I like how he's cooking.
If you want to hear a lot of inside industry stuff, whether that's true or not, although this is his point of view, right? So we don't know if a lot of the stuff he's saying is out of malice because he's fired from Marvel.
Right.
I don't know that. But I'm going to give him the benefit of doubt to just hear him out. And if you want to see more of the stuff that he has to spill about Marvel and how they conduct their business, you can go to his profile, Bo DeMeo.
He had some words about Kevin Feige in there too.
Yeah, he did.
Big time.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He's not all as cracked up to be. So
yeah, which is what we kind of mentioned. I think it was like a couple shows ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just want to bring that up because I think he has a lot to say, and I do want to give him some attention. So that was good to see that. We have some news about a Blade movie coming out. Blade Runner 2099.
I thought you were actually serious about Blade Marvel.
I know, I got you. I got you there. I got you there.
On that one. I was like, wait a second.
I paused and it said Blade Runner. It's a good setup, right? You gotta admit, it was a great setup.
I was like, did they find a new actor? Like, what happened?
So I have some good news and some bad news. The good news, it's gonna be on Prime Video. But the bad news is it's gonna have Michelle Yeoh and Hunter Schafer, two females, going to be doing Blade Runner 2099. Why?
So is this a reboot? Is that? Or is
I don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be bad because it's going to be on Prime Video probably.
Yep.
I don't know what it is. Amazon. They just can't seem to not make shitty movies and shows. It's like they have more. They have more miss than they have. Exactly. They have money to burn.
Yeah.
They've had more misses than success.
Absolutely, they have. Yep.
And they don't get it. Blade Hunter was Harrison Ford. The audience that's going to watch this are going to go, what the hell's going on here? We can have a female, but we should also have a male then. You want balance? Let's do balance.
Equality.
I mean, I like Michelle Yeoh. I like her. But can she do a whole show by herself? A movie by herself?
I don't think so.
Everywhere.
She needs support.
Yeah. But that movie, where was it? Everywhere, Every Place, or something like that.
All at Once or whatever.
That was a great movie. That was a great movie.
But she had support.
The male actor in that was really good too.
Yeah.
So the movie that with what's his name?
What up, Darth?
Ken. No, the guy who played Ken in Barbie.
Oh, Ryan Gosling.
He was in Blade the remake. He was in there.
Yes.
And Dave Bautista as well was in there.
Okay.
It was okay. I just think that the audience isn't there for this.
Yeah, I didn't hear too much.
It went out like a whimper.
Yeah, like I didn't hear anything bad, but I didn't hear anything good. So
I watched it and I thought it was Ryan the Goose Gosling. Yes, Canada's own Ryan the Goose. I didn't think it was a terrible movie. I don't think it was a great movie. I just felt that the story is kind of dead.
Yeah.
These are like cult sci-fi movies.
Yeah.
There's a small audience that love it.
Yeah.
But the general audience doesn't really care for it. Hope I'm wrong. Hope I'm wrong. Because I do like Michelle. I think she's fantastic. So we'll see. What else we got? Gears of War. Did you play that game?
I played the shit out of the game. That game was so good. It was so visceral. and then it got sad when certain characters died off. So yeah.
Well, I got good news for you, my friend.
It's happening. It's happening.
Hollywood Reporter said Netflix is giving the green light.
Fuck yes. They need to cast Dave Bautista. I'm saying it.
Yo.
They need to cast Dave Bautista as Marcus Phoenix. They need to do it. He's the only dude that fits that character, man.
Oh. They should have Idris Elba with him.
Oh, yes.
If they can't afford Idris Elba, then who can they get? Ice Cube. I get Ice Cube because his last movie was a turd.
It's gonna remind me of Mars Attack, that Mars movie, The Ghost of Mars. Ghost of Mars. That's what it's gonna remind me of.
Get Ice Cube and Dave Bautista, and I'm in. Let's go. Let's go have some fun. Let's go. And then Samuel L. Jackson in the background. What are these things doing all over the place?
They trying to get in before Warhammer comes out. That's what they're trying to do, because they're kind of like they're
okay.
Like when you look at the Gears of War like armaments and you compare them to Warhammer armaments, there's similarities, right?
Yeah,
in terms of the armor,
guns, and armor.
Yeah, the armor, the chain guns and everything, like they're kind of similar, but like completely different universes, right? Like everything when it comes to Gears of War is on Earth. Warhammer is like vast galaxies and planets and multiverses that they go through.
I gotta tell you, I know very little about Warhammer, but I'm excited for it because I love sci-fi.
Yep, same.
Educate me, Henry. He's the one helming it, right? Henry Cavill's helming it in Amazon. Yes. Educate me, I'm all in. Absolutely. You got me day one.
Yeah, I know very, very, very little of Warhammer, and there's like
factions. Yeah.
Oh, big time, man.
Yeah. I have a buddy named Brad. He's really into it. His son and him actually to paint them. My friend Brad is a fantastic, talented painter. So he can bring them to life.
That's cool.
He can do anything. He can do rust, wear, tear on the armor, everything.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah,
okay.
So he's really talented, and he and his son are really into it. And he got me somewhat into learning about the process of it.
Yeah.
It's so much though, man. It is. It's
really
crazy how expansive this universe is.
Yeah.
Like you need to spend at least a good year just learning the foundation of it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Ghost Henry says he will be in one of the Warhammers that he will be making. He just doesn't know which one he wants to be in. Because he doesn't want to be in multiple, he just wants to be in one. But he has a hard time choosing because he loves all of it.
But I don't think he's sort of going to be the overseer of everything.
That's to my understanding.
Yeah.
From what I've read. Yeah.
Yeah. And because he plays the game a lot, is a big nerd about it.
Oh yeah.
I feel comfortable and I feel good about the people who are into that faction IP because I feel they might get done right instead of wrong.
He will definitely fight and guide them to do what's right for that franchise.
Yeah, 100%. Because he was trying to do that with The Witcher, and then the studio Netflix decided to go their own way, and guess what happened? It crashed and burned.
Yep, and
that's what you get.
When is that season coming out with the Hemsworth brother? We have no idea.
Nobody cares.
Yep,
I don't care. I used to get excited for The Witcher in the wintertime.
Yep,
and now I just don't care.
It doesn't matter
because they decided to do a DEI spinoff, and that went nowhere fast.
Yeah, that was a bad idea.
Terrible idea. Nobody cared about that. Crashed and burned. So,
poorly written.
It's moving. I'm a little concerned. Maybe who is helming it? It's from the Jurassic World people.
Ew.
David and Kelly.
Yeah, Henry's got some work cut out for him then.
But David Litch did launch John Wick as co-director in 2014.
Okay. So, there's some hope.
Let's see. Let's see. Just give them giant guns and use a saw to just basically cut down enemies.
Yeah, that's literally it.
If you keep it to that basics, people will love you.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be huge.
Huge.
I'm telling you. It's funny how simple you can make a movie, but it make it fun, right?
Yep.
Just guns, a saw, blood, and cool drop lines, cheesy drop lines. Like, damn, like, oh my god, right? Like stupid lines like that, and people like it'll eat it up. It'll be good times if you just keep it to the basics.
Absolutely.
We don't need lecturing. We don't need that in this.
No, like Gears of War did have some serious moments in the games, which
of course, but
definitely hit home. But when it started, it was like, oh shit, like they're the weird, I can't remember what the hell they're called now. I think they're like locusts or something, or like coming, and then they just go to town with like ripping them apart. But they're like, they definitely had moments where they had to bring it back to reality because real shit did happen.
There's some cancellation here. Dexter Original Sin has been canceled.
I heard about that.
I'm not into this at all. This is like foreign to me. I never watched the original Dexter. I don't care for it.
Yeah, I kind of put in that realm with like when they did the Hannibal TV show, which I got into that, but I kind of had to stop because stuff got kind of too dark and it was getting too weird. I was like, okay, still a great show. But yeah, Dexter was not ever really my forte either, man. It was too much in my opinion.
Yeah, so they've canceled it. Some people were upset about it. I have some friends who were upset about it. They liked the Dexter character and the shows. My sister loves the original Dexter. I don't know if she's watched this. I haven't talked to her about it, but I've never watched a single episode. It's not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's canceled. So sorry.
The premise is like he kills serial killers, right? That's what I think.
Yeah, I guess he's a serial killer himself, and he kills serial killers or something like that.
Yeah.
Tav says Dexter Original Sin was really good. Original Dexter had one season. Agent Docus.
Who's Agent? Who is that?
Docus is the main cell.
Agent Dokes.
Well, they ain't selling anymore.
Yeah.
Hollywood loves to do documentaries on people that died. They love that because it's easy money for them. So they're doing two of them. They're doing a Chadwick Boseman documentary.
Okay.
And they're doing a Kobe Bryant documentary.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel weird about this kind of stuff because I feel like they're trying to cash in on people's, because how much of that money is actually going to go to the family of the deceased?
That's my thing. If the family, here's how I feel about this. If the family okays it and they're getting a good amount of the money from it, like I would say a majority of it,
you're not going to get that. No way.
I would be like, okay, but if the family's not really okay with it and they
usually get about 1% to 2%.
Yeah, see, that's not okay, man.
Because the studios say that they're doing all the work, they don't deserve that money.
Yeah, but they're giving you full access to their loved ones, like family history.
There's even some cases where the studio tells the family, whether you like it or not, we're doing it because he's still or she's still under contract with us. There are a lot of things that lawyers put into actresses' contract. That's why agents are important. Where they can own your, for the rest of your life and afterwards.
So
it depends on the agreement that they've had with these. Like obviously Kobe would not, because he wasn't. Well, he started getting into Hollywood, but he wasn't like an actor. He was more of like a producer.
Yes.
But in terms of Chadwick Boseman's documentary, we don't know what his Marvel contract was.
Right.
So they could say, we own the rights to sell your rights to somebody else to make a documentary. Right. So we'll see. But they're never going to disclose that anyways.
No.
But for me, I find it really weird and creepy.
Yeah.
When they do documentaries on dead people, especially like when it's, it's clearly they're trying to make money off it.
Oh yeah.
Clearly.
Right? I'm surprised they haven't done one about Robin Williams yet.
That's a good one. Yeah. Maybe they did, but it wasn't like from a mainstream kind of thing. That's a good question. I'm a big fan of Robin Williams, actually. I should have known that. What else is out there? The Cat in the Hat has been delayed by 9 months.
Oh, we're getting another one. Oh, that's cool. I feel like they've done too many.
Do I care?
I don't care.
I don't care either.
There's how many iterations of Cat in the Hat? Are we still doing more? They really think it's gonna sell.
Are you excited for Tron October 10th?
No, it's Jared Leto, man. You know, okay, Tron as a franchise, I do absolutely love. If it wasn't Jared Leto, I would say I would be way more excited for this because the concept of AI coming into the real world could potentially be crazy. Like it could potentially have like this big impact in the movie industry. But it's Jared goddamn Leto, and he overacts it way too much, and I hate it. I hate how he does things. I think if they got the crew from the second movie to come back and do it, it would have been better.
It takes place on Earth now.
It does. Yep.
And it was filmed here in Vancouver.
And Flynn is still alive, apparently.
October 10th. I don't see the hype. Nobody's talking about this.
No.
And they spent quite a bit of money. Tron Ares.
Well, this is kind of what happened with the second one, right? It like flew under the radar. They didn't market for it, but people weren't hype about it. When I watched it, I loved it. I thought it was dope, man. Very modernized. Like knowing that it was Flynn's son coming in to rescue him too, and then they're going out to like warn everybody as to like what's coming from the other side. I was like, okay, but now we're not going to see that shit. It makes me wonder if they'll even address the second movie.
Probably just skip right over it. Just do a bike jump right over it. I actually got to ride on the Tron in Disney World.
Ooh, cool.
That thing
like
was
the cycle?
Like you basically you basically have to like sit on the bike with your knees down.
That's cool.
Because they want you to go right in front, like you're leaning right in the front of the bike.
Right.
It's an awkward position to sit in. It's literally the way you sit in the movie.
Okay.
Very forward. Your head almost.
You're saying if you're not a flexible person, it's gonna be weird.
And boy, did they have a hard time getting me flexed. I had a guy on the left, guy on the right, helping me with my knee and my ankles and my hip. People in the back going, come on, hurry up, man. We gotta get going here.
Oh shit.
Yeah. My blue light was a little wider as we went by.
Yeah. Fuck.
But that thing took off, man. It was fast.
And
we're actually in the ceiling of the dome.
Oh damn. Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
It was quick and it was crazy. It was nuts. I enjoyed it. It was a good ride though. It was fun.
Yeah.
So yeah. Tron coming out October 10th. I have a feeling it's not gonna do well.
I don't think it's good because I think what they got the premises is like, yeah, they're coming over, but then Jared Leto's character kind of goes rogue and it helps the humans against them. So I'm like, okay. But at some point, you need to bring Tron himself into this movie. You need to.
I watched Peacemaker season 2, episode 1. Everyone's talking about the ending of season 1 where James Gunn has swapped it out now.
Yeah.
Some people are obviously Snyderverse people are upset about, man, these people are so crazy. It's just unreal. My feed keeps sending me idiots like that. And I'm sorry if I offended you, some of you Snyder fans, because there are some Snyder fans who are absolute idiots. Not all of you guys are idiots, but some of you are absolute idiots on there, and you don't even fact check, and you just throw shit on the wall and hope it sticks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so annoying to see these people who don't take the time to do their research and just throw random crap on the wall. Right?
I think some of them are doing too much research
and some of them are just trolling on purpose.
Oh, it's the deep dives that some of them go into, and then they start to like pick it apart. Is it's insanity. The worst
is when they freeze frame something and make fun of it. I'm like, okay, you could do that for any movie, right?
Yup. Yup. Absolutely.
Like, you're not proving any points here.
No.
So I did watch Peacemaker, and they at the end where you in season 1, if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, Just let you know, in the ending, Peacemaker gets out of the situation, and then the Justice League shows up, and he's like, "Where were you, beep bleep bleeps, when we needed you?" So in this one, the Justice Gang's there now. They swapped them all out. You have Mr. Terrific, Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, Superman, Supergirl, which I found weird that Supergirl's in there.
A little bit. Yeah, I did see that image. I was like, why?
It's really weird. The show starts off pretty crazy. It's a violent show. There's a scene in there which is a trope scene where a female walks into a bar and all the men are wanting to hit on her.
Right.
I was like, oh, why are we doing this again? I hate stuff like that because nobody does that anymore. Maybe in the 80s at a drunk bar, yes.
And right? In backwater like bars.
Yeah, some bar in the middle of a highway somewhere in California, right? Like it just so, and then this person takes on all the men by herself.
Of course.
Breaks arms and legs and basically can do it all.
Yeah.
At the end, she does get her ass kicked but it's just like, why even do this? What was the point of this thing? And they're trying to make it look like the character is troubled. Fine. You can have a troubled character, then make her the one that starts to fight, not the men around her.
Yeah.
Because then it's more like believable that she's pissed off in life and then she's pissing off people, which is normal, right?
But she's got to be the victim and then also have a troubled past.
No, we're talking about Peacemaker's love interest in this one, James Gunn's wife. So season 2 starts out. So that was the only downside to that. So the pocket dimension is there in this one. It was in season 1, so it's nothing new. But they go even further in the pocket dimension, and in the trailer you can see his doppelganger.
Ew. Okay.
Or not doppelganger, his other version from another universe.
Interesting.
But that has a twist to it as well.
Okay.
It's a good episode. I think I would give this episode a 7.5 out of 10. It's a good episode. It almost got to 8, almost. If it wasn't for that bar scene, it would have been an 8.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's a solid start, I think, to season 2 of Peacemaker. Now, if you haven't seen season 1, go check it out. It was a good show. Okay. James Gunn has come out and said he wished he could go back and make a few changes to season 1 to line up with what he's doing now for the DC universe, right? So, but he can't. So that ending was the best he could do in terms of connecting this. Right. This is going to be connected to the rest of the DC universe. Of course it is, James. You made this. Of course you don't want this to go to the side.
Yeah.
So anything that James Gunn makes has to stay in that universe.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. The blonde girl had the bar fight with the guys hitting her. Yeah. It's just so dumb the way they started. It's such a trope thing to do over and over again. I get sick of it. Getting sick of it. Here's something I'm sick of. Apple TV is increasing their subscription by 30%.
That's huge. What the hell?
It's going to be $12.99 USD per month. You can go kiss my, you know what?
Yeah.
30%.
I might have to cancel my subscription.
That's crazy, man. I remember when I got
like
this for $5.99.
I like the shows on there, but that's a bit much. That's a bit too rich for my blood.
When they said $5.99, I was in. That's a bargain. When they said $7.99, okay. $10.99, fine. You bent my arm to it. $13.99 or $13. Now, what's stopping you from going to 15 in about a year from now? Because you want that Netflix money now?
Yep.
As good as Apple TV is, they do have bangers. It's not on the level of Netflix.
No.
And Netflix has such a wide spectrum of shows.
Well, everybody's trying to play catch up with Netflix, right? They're trying to push what they can push out there to try to be competitive with Netflix. But like what you said, they have like too far of a global reach now. Like they're dealing with other countries and giving them high production values to make good shows in their own countries. Is Apple doing that? No. Is Amazon doing that? No. Like none of these other streamers are doing that.
I've got my family's got Apple devices, so we've got the bundle where we got unlimited storage and all that stuff. So it's costing me $40 a month.
Oof.
But my wife takes 1 billion pictures. My
Right.
sons do as well. We have Apple TV, but I might trim that down where I'm just gonna get the storage,
Yeah.
and that's like $20 a month, which is a lot more digestible than to
Absolutely.
do Apple TV, that, and what else? They have iTunes. I don't even listen to iTunes. I use Spotify.
Same.
So I was just like, why am I paying for this? Like I was paying for the storage and I realized what it's too much. And if they increase the monthly subscription just for the Apple TV Plus, they're gonna do that for the bundles for sure.
Oh, 100%, man.
They're not gonna give me a deal if I get a
Nope.
bundle. No way. So the minute I see that, it's going. Yeah. So upsetting. A lot of people are mad. I saw some like responses to this announcement on social media, and a lot of people were pissed.
That was their last great hope. That was like they haven't increased yet, and now they did. But 30% is a big jump, man.
It's way too much and too fast. Way too much.
I mean, they don't have to justify it because they can do whatever they want, but that's so big.
Yeah. Let's get into your top 5s, shall we?
Oh, the stress on this one was absolutely insane.
So once again, explain to everybody your top 5 categories this time.
Yes. So I decided to do high fantasy movies, and I'm talking like, you know, having like the magical creatures, the high function magic, swords, axes, castles, things like of that nature. So think like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Beowulf, stuff like that. This is my top 5, and some of it for me was definitely because of nostalgia, you know, but there was a lot of movies that were nostalgic. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I felt I was disrespecting some movies by not putting it in my top 5, and it hurt. It physically hurt me to not put them in.
Physically. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. Physically and emotionally.
Were you clinching?
I was distraught. Oh God.
Did you slap yourself?
I felt I had to do the lashing thing, you know, like in Da Vinci Code.
Oh God.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I just got a mental image that I don't want.
Oh damn.
Shirt off. Shirt off.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So,
Starting at number 5.
starting out at number 5 on my list.
Okay, do you want me to do it?
Here we
there you
go. I figured it out. I'm a tech genius now, you guys.
All right, Geek Squad, let's go.
Oh damn.
Number 5 on your list. The never-ending
story.
Okay, why?
Growing up, my dad would buy bootleg things. This was one of the first bootleg movies he ever bought and brought home. Okay. I ain't ashamed to admit it. We weren't wealthy.
That was your attraction to this? That's a top 5.
No, but it was crazy because you got this kid who read this book, didn't understand what was going on, and then you automatically got transported into this like crazy world. And there's this dog-like thing that's a dragon. I'm like, what the shit is this? And his name was Falcor. I was like, that's a dope name for a dragon, you know? And plus you know, the story itself was just gripping at the time.
Yeah.
And as a kid, you're just like, what the hell's going on? And I can't remember if this was in the first one or if this one, but when you see the horse go, dude, and he's pulling that horse out and it's not happening, that was super sad. That was super sad.
This is with actual Muppets, right?
Yeah, I think it was. Was.
Is it Jim Henson?
That is a great question, my man.
I'll look it up.
Yeah. But there was a lot of like whimsical, like stuff I've never seen before as a kid, man. You know, you watch like Spider-Man growing up and like the Marvel hero cartoon shows that they would show Saturday morning and like Dragon Ball. This was for me on a completely different level. Like I've never seen anything like this before.
It doesn't say Jim Henson here, but it did say it was one of the most sophisticated puppets ever made at the time.
Yeah.
16 moving parts, including
believe it.
eyes and mouths. Skin made from over 10,000 scales of Angora wool. Whatever that is.
Yeah.
Must be important.
I like Ghost Tab's comment. Never ending story was the first isekai ever. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
Oh, it was. So special creature effects were provided by Jim Henson's Creature Shop.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go. Moving on to my number 4 is Dark Crystal.
Man, you love them puppets, don't you?
Dude, okay. I don't even understand where my love for this came from.
Hot.
I just remember there was a Christmas and it was addressed to like me and my brothers. We unwrapped this and we were like, what the hell is this? Who even asked for this? I was like, okay, this is weird.
And then you immediately went to your bedroom.
So, like, we popped it into the VCR.
Oh, I thought you actually got the puppet. You got the movie. Okay, never mind.
We got the movie. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you got the
doll.
doll.
Into the VCR. For those of you that don't know what a VCR is or what a cassette tape is, look it up because I can't explain it to you.
Taff says Dark Crystal scared me bad as a kid.
You know, fair. Those weird bird-like creatures were absolutely terrifying. But
didn't they do a remix on Netflix recently?
Not a remix. They did a
continuation.
It was either a continuation. No, it was a prequel, I believe. Or maybe it was a continuation, but it unfortunately got canceled. I thought it was doing very well. The story was good. I wanted to see more, but they unfortunately canceled it all. And they went back to using the puppets.
Bad idea?
I thought it was a great idea. I loved it. I don't know why they decided to cancel it. It was weird. And I think that's what attracted me to this because it was so weird and it was so convoluted. I didn't understand what was going on. I think I watched this movie like 10 times when I was a kid. And I was like, what is happening?
They said the reason why they canceled season 2 of the Dark Crystal in Netflix is because of how expensive the series is.
Ooh.
With 2,500 having worked on first and likely a similar number going into the second season, most groundwork for the second season had already been laid out, but it still got canceled.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That really sucks.
So there was an audience because they wouldn't be even thinking about season 2 if it wasn't an audience there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, it was a very weird movie, but I don't know. It was also interesting. You know, again, it was something I've never seen before when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
It attracted, like the weird stuff attracted me. I don't know.
Well, you say weird, but some people might say norm, right?
Right. Fair.
So
fair. But I thought it was a great movie. I still think it tells a very cool tale between like the forces good, forces of evil, and then there being like a middle ground somewhere that there needs to be balance. Yeah. Okay, moving on to number 3. Dungeons and Dragons, the new one, the Honor Among Thieves. And
I watched this in the theaters. This was the only movie in my life that I watched in the theater by myself. I have never watched a movie by myself ever. And I only did it because I think it was somebody in our team said, go try it out. You'll like it. Maybe it was you. I don't know. But somebody told me in the team, go try it out. And I'm like, go to the movies by myself? Okay, loser. Whatever. I don't do that. I got friends. I got family. But I said, okay, fine. So both my kids were in school and I had some spare time. So I went to watch this, and I enjoyed it. I was like, I had another seat next to me, so I could put my popcorn down and everything, because I got those 2-seater ones.
Yep.
And then I canceled the last second, like everyone else does. And D does that. He actually learned that from D. He does that.
Oh, does he do that?
Oh man, I didn't mean to out him like that. sorry, D. So D sometimes doesn't like to be bothered if his significant other can't go with them. So what he'll do is wait till the last hour, and then cancel it, and then rarely people will go with the movies the last hour, right?
That's fair. Okay, I can understand where he's coming from. I feel that.
Yeah. So I did, and it was good. And I hate to go off on a tangent here, but yeah, this movie, I had a good time with this movie.
Yes.
Man.
That's exactly what I'm saying. This movie was a lot of fun, man.
Like Pine was awesome in this.
Yes, because they did a Dungeons and Dragons movie like way back with Henry Irons, I think his name was, and it was okay. Yeah. It was okay. And if comparing the two, this is a much better movie. A much better movie. Just way better written. A lot of laughs. It played like, because I play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, it plays how a dungeon master would make their campaign, with it having some serious moments, having some funny moments, and then just getting to work. And then there being some nonsensical moments that didn't really make sense.
Yeah, it was top. I definitely enjoyed it. I thought the Chris Pine was good, and I thought Hugh Grant was awesome. Like, he was so funny in there.
Really yeah. It was. I really wanted them to, like. This is what's cool about Dungeons and Dragons, is they don't need to make a continuation with these characters. They can go off, branch off, and start something new and make it its own thing.
Taz says, I don't know why, but as a kid, I thought I also I thought Dark Crystal was a sequel to Legend of Zelda, so I got my parents to watch Red Dead.
Oh shit!
All right, okay. This is number. What number is this? 3.
This is number 3. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, number 2. Narnia, The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Very good choice. Very good choice.
Yes. For me, like, this holds a special place in my heart, because in the 4th grade, we had this teacher who would only come in on Wednesdays to cover for our main teacher. And her job was to like teach us English and math. And she read this to us almost like she read 3 of the books throughout the year to us. This one, though, was the first one she introduced to us, and I absolutely fell in love with that world, and especially how she read it to us. She made it so immersive and so intriguing. Like, we just wanted the whole day to be about the damn book, but she was like, no, we got to do other things, guys, unfortunately. I was like, we were like, this is too good. And so when they made the movie, like they were coming out with the live action, day 1, I was there. I was lined up, ready to go, man. And they did the movie absolute justice with how they read how I remember the book being read to me. And that's why it's in my number 2 spot. I love the Chronicles of Narnia. Every single book I've read, I own as well. And the movies too. Like, it's a part of my childhood, and it's never gonna go away, man. Never gonna go away. And Liam Neeson as Aslan, top tier work from Liam Neeson, man. He crushed it as Aslan.
I really thought they were talking lions in another world. Like, it was so good.
Yep.
I started opening up my closet, and nothing was good behind. Like,
is Mr. Tumnus there?
It's crazy that the writer was best friends with Tolkien.
Mm-hmm.
They're buddies.
Yep.
And they wrote both of this iconic IPs during World War. They had to find a way for kids to escape, and lo and behold, they make 2 of the most amazing story worlds ever.
Absolutely. I also feel like the Chronicles of Narnia really don't get enough love, like
Lord of the
Rings does.
It doesn't.
I feel like it's the underdog when you compare the 2,
which is why I'm hoping that the new Netflix Narnia show, is gonna do well. They do have a good director, Greta Gerwig, who did Barbie.
Yeah.
She's going to be directing it, and I'm hoping it's is it a movie or is it going to be
I think they
a
said it was going to
show?
be a series. I think that's what they said.
Okay.
So I hope they do it justice. You know, I like.
No, it's a movie.
Oh, it is a movie.
It's a movie. Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
It's supposed to shoot in England 4 weeks ago. They're gearing up to shoot it. So it was a TV show, but now it's a movie, which is a shame because a TV show would allow to flush out some of the smaller stories.
Yes, which there is some importance with that. But I guess if they do it right, then it should be all good. I'm not expecting a 1-to-1 remake from the movies we've watched to what they're going to be doing. I understand that they're going to have their own spin, but as long as they stay true to like the core principles of the book, I think they'll be okay, man. I think they'll be okay. Okay, and then moving on to my number one. This might be hella controversy. Is Lord of the Rings 2 Towers.
Oh, you're not doing Lord of the Rings in total, encompassing all of it?
No. I feel like that'd be kind of cheating. It'd be too easy to be like,
okay,
otherwise I would put all of the Chronicles of Narnia as a whole together, right? I feel like that would have been too easy to do. So I chose my favorites out of those series. And Two Towers definitely was my favorite throughout. I mean, yes, the Fellowship of the Ring is what started it all, but man, the Battle of Helm's Deep, Gandalf coming back, being introduced to Shadowfax, the Riders of Rohan, getting introduced to the ants. Like, there is so much that freaking happened, bro.
Yeah.
I could just keep going. The Two Towers was just the most epic movie out of the three, in my opinion, man. Especially with the battles of Helm Deep and the elves coming in to like help out Rohan. And I was like, oh my god, the elves have showed up. They're gonna kick some ass. Let's go.
At the end where Gandalf comes in with the riders.
Yep. Everything about that movie was just, in my opinion, peak cinema, man. Peak cinema,
dude.
Yeah.
I was gushing. I was just gushing of how awesome this was.
Yeah. And watching it in theaters for the first time was so
I went to
epic.
IMAX and watched. I watched it on IMAX.
Sick. That's dope.
I was like, oh my god, this is insane.
Yeah.
Right.
Just an epic moment in like cinema history, man. Yeah. I love the whole franchise of Lord of the Rings, but it honestly, like I said before, picking the Two Towers over the other two was definitely hard. Picking any of these movies were honestly super tough, and I do feel like I've disrespected a lot of the other movies by not including them, but this is a top 5, and I feel like, I really scrutinize myself being like, is this the right choice? Are you a dumbass? Like, why are you choosing this movie?
Well, I mean, people can give their top 5 in the comment section of the top 5 fantasy movies of all time in their list.
Yeah.
I'd be interested in seeing other people's lists.
Yeah, I really want to see what people's top 5s for high fantasy is in our comment section. That'd be cool to see. I will read those, man.
Yeah. That is Sheldon's top 5 this week. Next week we'll do another top 5. So, do you want me to kind of reveal what it might be?
I'm curious. Yeah, I'm curious.
Sure. Should I?
And you know what? It'll give our audience to kind of be like,
okay, fine.
Yeah.
So my top 5, it's gonna be extremely hard. I'm already like sweating here. Is my favorite 80s movie.
Whoa. Okay.
I'm in trouble. I already have like 17, 20 in my head going right now.
Damn.
I'm in trouble.
Favorite 80s
movies.
Interesting. Okay. I look forward to it.
So it had the first, like, there are movies in the 80s that have sequels, right?
Yep.
So I have to be very strict with this. The original movie has to come out in the 80s.
Ooh, that's gonna be tough.
So if it doesn't come out in the 80s, it doesn't get included in there.
Movies that came out in the 80s or 80s movies as a style? It's 80s that came out.
Movies that came out in the 80s. The actual date has to be in the 80s.
Okay.
Of it being released.
Okay.
So if something came out in 1979, will not be on the list.
Oh shit.
And neither will any of its substance sequels.
Oh damn. Okay.
So it's going to be very focused on 80s birth.
He-Man. No, wait.
I do want to talk about He-Man. That's a good segue into it. I got some information about. So a couple of things have leaked for He-Man and the new Marvel Doom movie. There are some plot lines have been leaked. Okay.
Ooh. Okay.
So we'll do this and we'll get into our topic of the evening. So the He-Man movie itself, the plot has been leaked. It's leaked in terms of a variety of sources. He-Man is basically getting a Superman type of origin, which is disappointing. So here it is. He's going to be raised on Earth for his first 30 years. He's going to be Adam.
Years.
He's going to be Adam. He has no idea he's Prince of Eternia. No clue.
Okay.
And I already know this. They didn't mention this part, but I already know what's going to happen. Tila is going to find her way to Earth and is going to give him the power sword. That's what's going to happen, because I saw a leaked video about 4 or 5 months ago. It was both of them running in Manhattan.
Okay.
So people are already upset. People are like, why the hell is it taking place on Earth? It should be taking place in Eternia. So you know what their response was? We didn't have the budget to do Eternia, the whole movie. Have you never heard of green screen?
Like, people undercut CGI all the time. What do you mean that it's not in the budget? Unless the supporting cast are high-profile actors?
No, the main actor is an unknown actor. He's like done some work, but he's not like a mainstream media, mainstream actor.
Sorry. I meant like the supporting cast, like Man at Arms being like Idris Elba, or like his father being goddamn Anthony Hopkins or some shit like that.
Well, Taz says it right here too. Like, Eternia is deserts and jungles. Yeah, we have deserts and jungles. Like, it's crazy that they use that as an excuse, because they're already defending themselves now, which is scary, because if you're already trying to defend your movie, that means it's not a good movie.
No, not at all. It's bad signs. Bad signs.
If you just did Eternia, the world of Eternia, and you stuck to the script, the source of what it was all about, you would have a hit, because the core audience would love it.
Yep.
The fact that 30 years of his life, he's not even aware, is already a terrible start.
Yeah, because he's going to be a stranger in a land that he does not understand. And also, like, why would the people of Eternia even accept him at that point? Like, they're going to be like, where were you when we were struggling? So they're just going to accept that he's their savior? Okay. Sure.
I want this movie to do good, because I love He-Man so much. I'm a big fan of He-Man, right? Right behind me over here, I've got, more than 35 He-Man figures, and then another like 30 over here. I have the giant He-Man, Battle Cat, Panther. Like, I paid $500 just for Battle Cat.
Damn.
Right? Like, it's just crazy. Yeah, Kevin Hart as Orko.
You know what? That might actually fit, though. That I'll say it right. That might actually fit Orko as a character, because Kevin Hart's kind of a coward.
What the heck, man? Adam.
Yeah, man.
Come on, man.
Like, oh my God, magic. So that might actually
work.
Where's
Dwayne when we need him? Where's Dwayne?
Yeah. Dwayne can be Battle Cat.
And that Swiftwing, yes, don't remind me. Closer to 700. But yeah, I don't know. Like, this is scaring me,
Honestly,
man.
I feel bad for He-Man fans, dude. Like,
yeah, I'm one of them.
Masters of the Universe, and we thought it was gonna be a He-Man. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of He-Man, but I appreciated He-Man growing up. And
dude, when I was so choked with Kevin Smith.
It felt like it was definitely a bait and switch.
Oh, 100% was a bait and switch.
Definitely a bait.
And he reveled. He reveled in it, because he was actually quoted in previous social media spews that he had prior to getting the right, not the right, but the ability to make this. He said in the past he didn't give a shit about He-Man. He didn't care for it at all.
Taika Waititi kind of shit.
Yeah, he's like, I thought it was ridiculous growing up when I saw this. I was like, this is stupid. Some guy in fur pants running around with a sword.
And why the hell are you directing shit?
And then I'm like, oh well, you know, the reason why you took this is because of the money. You didn't take this because you actually cared about it. So if that was the case, you should have brought somebody in to kind of run it for you.
Yeah.
And you oversee everything, and then you're good, because he was an overseer. But if you don't care about the source, then you shouldn't be the one making up the story then. And he did this to appease his daughter, by the way, too. That's why you see Tila as a prominent character.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Which is great. You know, you love your daughter and all that stuff. Fantastic. You want to do stuff
then
like
make a She-Ra show, man. Make a goddamn She-Ra show.
I literally said, here's the thing. What he should have done was use He-Man as a ground to create more adventures. You use He-Man as your main core storyline.
Yeah.
And if that does well, then you branch off into other stories, adventures of whoever. And then you bring it all back in with the climax of She-Ra connecting into that universe with him.
Ghost Tav says they did fix He-Man on season 2, but it was
all because he got absolutely destroyed on social media every day about it.
Even then, though, it didn't really feel like that much of a fix with He-Man.
Because the ending was terrible too. Because at the ending, they both were over OP'd, and you're like, well, what's the point of having He-Man when Teela's just as strong as he is?
Yeah, and they're merging technology and magic together. Yeah. It really, like, okay, that doesn't make any sense, man.
No.
Yeah.
It was pointless. Like, why even bother having both of them?
Yeah, it should have been one or the other.
And he's like, well, we want to make sure that there's equality and all that stuff.
Shut up, Kevin Smith.
Well, there is equality. The female sorcerer is the one that gives him the power.
And without her, he's nothing.
They also made Evil Lynn way better than Skeletor. Skeletor was someone's bitch.
Oh my God. That was crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, I get she's a powerful sorceress, but Skeletor is the goddamn man when it comes to the villain side of
they ridiculed and belittled him. They pummeled him to the ground. That's what they did. Hordak was like an afterthought. Hordak's one of the main characters with She-Ra. You have Hordak, but you don't have She-Ra.
Yeah.
So how did you bring Hordak into the fold without even having She-Ra even thought of? It wasn't planned out properly. Had he done it properly without alienating the core audience and pissing them off, he could have had something that would have been going on still to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They don't learn. They never learn. That's the problem with the people that get these and they have egos and they want to reinvent the wheel or be more modern. Right? They don't learn.
I remember like when that dropped and then people started coming in for the He-Man action figures and stuff. Teela was left behind. Teela was left behind. They were like, this is dumb. They were like, this is the dumbest recreation of He-Man they could have ever done.
Tash says Elvin is mad because they didn't show Swiftern in the New Men. As growing up as a kid, the coolest, I still remember to this day, I was sitting down watching the show. And I didn't know any of this, right? You don't get to hear about it before it lands. It just happens and you are in the moment. And I remember the episode where He-Man and She-Ra meet for the first time. I lost my shit. I was like, holy crap, this is insane.
So what? Okay, I don't know too much about their relation. Like, what are they to each other? Are they friends? Are they siblings? Like, what are He-Man and She-Ra?
They're cousins, I believe.
Okay.
I think, they're cousins. And they were separated, and she had her own universe, and he had his own universe. And there was a scene where they both crossed. She crossed into Eternia because Hordak and Skeletor teamed up.
Okay,
right. So you had these two had to team up because She-Ra needed He-Man's help, and He-Man needed She-Ra's help because He-Man sees Hordak. He's like, okay, what's his weakness? I don't know his weaknesses, and then She-Ra sees Skeletor. Okay, what's his week? So they have to team up, and it was a beautiful moment. It was one of the greatest. It was the very first crossover show that I was, witnessing. right?
Yeah. That was your Marvel crossover.
Yeah. And it was absolutely amazing. And you had both sides of fan bases come together.
That's pretty cool. That's
right?
pretty damn cool, man.
And
When they can do stuff like that.
It's magic. It's magic when you do
Yeah.
that stuff like that. Right?
Yeah.
So I was expecting that because when you see the animation, like one thing I will admit is that Kevin Smith's animation was top notch.
It was really well done.
It was
I
top
agree.
notch.
Yeah.
The animation was fantastic. I cannot complain about that. So when you see the potential, you're like, this dude could be running He-Man shows for the next 10 years of the amount of characters, because He-Man has more than 30 characters alone.
Right.
So you can introduce one character or two characters in an adventure.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't even have to be He-Man against those characters. It could be Teela with some of these characters.
Right.
Right? And then you could have She-Ra have her own trilogy, and then you do a big crossover event. You build the hype.
Yep.
You make your own end game.
I don't think Kevin Smith knows how to do that kind of stuff, though.
I mean, he's obviously more talented than I am because he's directed movies and things like that. He's well versed in social media stuff. He's got a big following of fans. But why would you not sit back and say, I want this to be going on for years, not for me and my ego, but for the fans that have been clamoring for this for 2-3 decades.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. If you really care, then you do that. You sit back and you blueprint everything. Now, there could be other things, other factors, like Netflix said, hey, you have a budget to only do these 3 things and we'll see what happens. Right. I don't know. There could be a whole lot of things behind it. Or maybe he didn't want to do it anymore because he got absolutely crushed by the fans in the first season.
Yep.
Maybe that soured him to walk away. But then, if you did it right the first time, then you shouldn't blame the fans. You should blame yourself for trying to do your own bullshit. Right? You only have to blame yourself. Stop blaming fans, saying, oh, you guys are bigots or sexist. You don't like Teela being successful in there and having her center of attention. No, it's not that. It's because we all watched He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, not Teela and the Masters of the Universe. Yes. He definitely does. The designs of the new He-Man were cool. Teela Chronicles and her best friends was boring part. Yeah,
I agree. They were cool.
So yeah, people didn't like her little adventure when you took He-Man out of it because a lot of them are pissed He-Man's not even in the show anymore.
Yep.
How do you have a show without He-Man in it for 90% of the time, right? And they didn't just kill him once; they killed him twice.
Which is wild.
It's like nobody dies anymore in this show; they just keep coming back to life.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked the savage He-Man look. It felt a little bit. Actually, it kind of felt like a ripoff of the Hulk, to be honest. Like I was like, you're ripping off the Hulk here, buddy. When he turned into the big, long-haired savage version of himself, I was like, okay, we got a little bit of Hulk stuff. But then his final,
it's Tarzan.
Yeah, essentially he is Tarzan. And then they brought it back his classic look, which looked fine. And then they did the whole new mesh with magic and technology, and I was like, okay, that's pretty dope. But now he's like the strongest thing in the
technology side of it comes from Hordak's side, right? Storyline. He's more of a technology type of person, where Skeletor is more of mystics and magics, right?
Right.
Hence his staff and his followers of henchmen and Evil Lynn and all that stuff. So having the two mix and match, that's fine with me because they already existed, right? But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We'll see what this movie. The movie already pisses me off with the title. It says Masters of the Universe. They don't have the balls to say He-Man and the Masters of the Universe because I already know what they're doing. I already know what they're going to do. He is going to be part of a team. He's not going to be the leader of the team. They're going to make him part of the team, and they're going to make everybody else just as strong or important as he is. Well, then what is the point of having He-Man with us? So we might as well pass around the sword as things go by.
Yep.
You get the sword next, and you get the sword next. There's no reason for him to hold the sword then.
Because correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm remembering this correctly, in the new show, they showed that the past people that had the powers of He-Man were like kings and heroes of Eternia. So they were technically leaders.
we watched He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Why would anybody want to watch a show about He-Man's friends instead? Okay, so yes, so you can do it, but you shouldn't do it in the core story.
Yeah.
So what I meant was like when he did season 1 and he removed He-Man for 90% of the story, people were pissed off. We're like, we're here to watch He-Man. Where is he? I don't care about Tila. I don't care about Man in Arms. I want to know about He-Man. Right? So that was a bait and switch. That pissed people off. What he should have done was stuck to the core story, make that story really good, give He-Man the attention he deserves and he should as the main lead. And then you can have like bonus content of other characters going off on their adventures, which people will watch. And if they don't watch too much,
Right.
if not enough people watch it, that's fine because your main story is still going forward, right? You're just adding a little bit more to world building. That's all you're doing. And if people don't want to watch it, that's fine, as long as the core viewers watch the main story. But what he did was he tried to remove the main character and put all these other characters in there and thinking that people are going to gravitate towards it. And it nosedive, and he got absolutely crushed on social media. He got ridiculed, and he got like lambasted, all over social media, where he had to go and correct everything in season 2, where because he wanted Tila to be an item with one of the characters that he created, because he was hinting in that
her
season
friend, right?
Yeah, the twinkle in the eyes, the haircut with the shaved side. We know what you were trying to do, right?
Yeah.
Nobody was stupid. People, smell that out. And then he switched back to season 2, where Tila is in love with He-Man.
Yeah.
He quickly removed that aspect real quick. Got her the long hair.
I thought it was a little weird in the first season, man.
Oh, everybody knew. Everybody knew. We know what you were doing.
Yeah.
So, anyways, the other news, the other leak is through the filming. So, filming has begun for a Doomsday movie, and there's a plot leak that came out a couple of days ago. And what it is there is a scene where 4 characters are going to meet Captain America and Peggy Carter in their home. So, Evans might be back.
Oh shit. That's cool. Okay.
Yeah. So they don't know, but apparently this house is also in the future Luke Cage's house. So it takes place in New York, obviously, right?
Okay.
So because they put it in brackets Luke Cage's house, but it's Peggy Carter and Chris Evans, and there's 4 characters to go meet them. Now I don't know if that's in the past or in the current day,
right?
But Peggy dies. Does she not die?
She does. Yeah, she died in the
dies in Civil War.
Yeah.
Civil War.
Was it Civil War? I thought it was. No, it was Winter Soldier.
Oh, sorry, Winter Soldier. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that they go back in the past when he's dancing with her at the end. Remember?
Oh yeah. Oh.
And
be like,
people
you need to come with us.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So this
no. I'm not saying Cap is dead. I'm saying young Cap, they get to go meet her because they meet Peggy and him in the leaked information. 4 characters go meet those 2 together. So it can't be old Cap and her because she's dead. So it's got to be when they were young, I'm thinking, because what is the point of old Cap and a dead carcass? What's he dancing with a dead carcass? Like, so it's got to be something like they went. I think the time when they're dancing or something, when they're spending time together, and these 4 guys or people show up, whoever it is, like, hey, we kind of need you here, right?
Yeah,
I don't know. So that's an interesting thing, but in brackets it says Luke Cage's house, so I don't know what that's all about. Did he end up buying the same house?
I feel like this movie might end up being messy, man.
Because Luke Cage going back and saying, I got my house back, please.
Yeah, especially because time travel is already messy. There's already like plot holes that are happening. Especially with how in Endgame they had Cap come back as an old dude. That means he wouldn't have been around to do the things in Endgame or Infinity War or whatever universe timeline that we got. So they need to be very careful.
This is America's home, okay? Get out of here, Luke.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's the leak. There's going to be more leaks for sure. 100% it's going to be more leaks, and I'm going to be sifting through it all and bringing it to you here on our show. Let's get into our main topic because it's a panic button pressing type of topic from Disney. It's all over the news. We got it from Variety. So let's get into it here. Our main topic from Variety today is Disney Boy trouble. Studio seeks original IP to win back Gen Z men amid Marvel and Lucasfilm struggles. So there's a lot to unpack here. And let's start with what their concerns are. So Disney has done some analytical research, and they have found that Gen Z male between the ages of 18 and 28 are no longer consuming their products in terms of movies, TV shows, memorabilia. They've pretty much almost disappeared.
Yeah.
And they're panicking as to why, because they're some of the most spending type of viewers, right? So now Disney's trying to figure out as to why. They're reaching out to studio directors, producers, and asking them, how do we get these people back? What are we doing wrong? What kind of IPs we should focus on? And this has also led back as to Marvel slowing down the release of content. They have reduced the amount of TV shows per year. I think next year only one Star Wars film show is going to come out.
So I have to go back. I just have to grab some water.
Yeah. So they have basically reduced the amount of TV shows, movies coming out, starting with Star Wars. Star Wars is only going to get. Why is there so many commercials in here? Jesus, Variety, get your stuff together. They're going to have one Star Wars TV show, and what was the name of their name? The character, the main character, I forgot her name. From the animation. Part 2 of that is going to come out, and then they're going to slow the release of movies for Star Wars. Everything is pretty much like put on brakes. And this is not something that when I saw this report, I laughed because the writing was on the wall years ago, and yet they did not want to do anything about it. All the research, all the information's been there for years, that there's a steep decline in male viewership of all of their content, not just Star Wars, Marvel, and all the other IPs that they own. And they dug themselves that hole for years. They made that hole so deep now that they're panicking now. Now is the time to panic. Not when there was an outcry by audiences. When audiences complained about certain things being changed. And so, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry.
So what I was basically saying was the hole that they created themselves has gone so deep now.
Yeah.
And has been going deeper and deeper for years. We all saw the writing on the wall as to why it's going deep, but they apparently didn't, right?
Well,
they apparently didn't.
A lot of it, I think, comes to when you make movies that downplay a certain demographic, or makes fun of them, makes people lose interest, making them seem like they're weaker beings. You're gonna lose out on that demographic, and they've done that a lot with men in their movies. A lot.
So yeah, I mean, let's look at some examples of things that they did to piss off, or not piss off. So the viewership's gone. Why? Because they decided not to cater to the demographics. They said, hey, you guys are all sexist and bigots, and you guys should support female-led content. What they didn't realize is, or they were ignorant to it, is females, for the vast majority, don't watch this content.
No.
I use my wife as a barometer to let me know what females gravitate towards. And she told me herself that 90% of the stuff that you watch, I don't care for.
Yeah.
I don't care for. It's not me. And you know what? I totally agree with her because there's 90% of the stuff that she watches I don't care for. You have the rare 10% that we both will watch.
Yeah.
There are times where I'll sit there and watch her stuff just out of curiosity and then also out of respect.
Yeah. Now that's not to say like, you know, there are females that most of them don't watch. There's definitely been a rise in women watching these things for sure, but they don't encompass the whole.
The vast majority of viewers for Disney's content like Marvel and Star Wars is male audiences. Now, if you're trying to go and reinvent the wheel, you're basically going up a river without a paddle, because this has been cemented for 30, 40 years of male viewership and loyalty to these brands. You're not going to be able to change it overnight and have a 50-50 ratio.
No.
It's going to take decades to do that. Right now, the viewership is about like 75 to 25. A quarter of the audience is female, 75% is male.
Yeah.
But Disney thought they had endless money, that they had endless possibilities to shift that.
Yeah.
But they didn't, because they started losing money. I'll give an example of one thing that they lost a lot of money on. Indiana Jones. It's right here, one of these lists here. They lost hundreds of millions of dollars. Because why? They wanted a female Indiana Jones in replace.
You watched this movie, right?
Oh, I predicted this movie was going to crash and burn months before. We had a show we did where we talked about the summer booms and busts.
Yeah.
And I said, Barbie's going to do well. Indiana Jones is going to get burned. And everyone turned around and looked at me as some psychotic weirdo. Everyone's like, you're crazy. Indiana Jones is going to make $1 bajillion. I'm like, nope, it's going to crash and burn, because I already knew the plot. And they did. All they did was make Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones, a broken, beat down, pathetic human being in that. Now you tell me, all the people that watched and supported Indiana Jones and made it what it was, do you think they want to go in the theater to be reminded of the negatives?
Hell no. Hell no.
You think they're going to appreciate Phoebe Waller punching their hero in the face?
Not at all.
It's crazy that they thought this was going to make them 500, 600, 700 million. Somebody sat there and looked at it and said, this is a good one. Let's go. Terrible CGI where it's all wonky and washed. Barely watchable. The character that they created, the female character, was so insufferable.
They should have brought back Shia LaBeouf.
Then they added time into it, going back in time, because you know that's going to be fantastic.
Yeah. Didn't they show like a thing where that they kind of killed off Shia's character from the last movie?
Yeah.
Like they sent him to war or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nowhere to be found. So that's just one example. Then you have other examples. When you add female characters to the lead of all the movies and TV shows pretty much in your show, why do the young men want to watch it? Why? There's this notion where male characters, males in their 18 to 28 years old must watch more female stuff, because the female audience deserves that viewership.
And not just that, but them take a back seat and then get downtrodden within those shows, saying that they're weak, that they're not good enough, there's something wrong with them.
Yeah, it's not about the characters that are front end, like Skywalker, right? Rey Skywalker. I can't even say that because it's just so weird to say that. Rey was supposed to be the Luke of this generation.
Yeah.
They butchered the story. They butchered all of it. It's just terrible. But they made that character too perfect. But it also, what they did was they made that character belittle existing legends in that show. There's a scene where she's in the Millennium Falcon and things are going to hell. Harrison's flying it.
The big one. Yep.
And then she turns around, pulls some wires out of her, you know what, and says, well, this is your problem right here. This dude knows that plane, that ship inside and out, and she just stepped foot in it 10 minutes ago and knows everything.
You can be a mechanic, but you still need to learn about the goddamn like vehicle you're driving. You just can't walk and be like, yes, this is your issue. Drop mic and walk out. Mm-mm.
Another example, She-Hulk TV show. I like She-Hulk, the character growing up as a kid. I read the comics. I
telling me this.
I absolutely love She-Hulk. I love the fact that it was sort of reminded me of brother and sister kind of thing. Even though they're cousins, it felt like brother and sister kind of thing. And I love that because I have a younger sister. So this was my way of kind of reading the comic books and imagining me and my sister being superpowered when I was a kid, right?
Yeah.
So I love those characters. And then when I saw the TV show, I'm like, all she's doing is belittling her cousin. They didn't even give her the same origin as how she got her powers because they didn't want her to look weak in front of a man.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you guys are totally missing the point here. How are you going to attract male viewerships to watch this if you're going to go and belittle the Hulk that all the male characters people love?
Yep. Instead of they could have made this an opportunity because Disney used to be about family, right? They used to be about family. They could have made this the perfect opportunity.
What are you, Vin Diesel? How about family?
Family. They could have made this the perfect opportunity to show that at some points, despite what you're going through, family can come together and support one another. And for there was a part in there where like Bruce was trying to help her out, and she just shit on him. Completely just like forgot.
Yeah, so everybody hated when sequels made Luke a loser hobo. Indiana Jones decided to make entire movie about it. Yeah. He was a retired senior citizen in a recliner.
Yeah.
When he took out his whip and went, oh man, he owns family. That's damn right he does. He should make a T-shirt that just says family on there. He'd sell a bajillion of those shirts.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So I just gave you 3 examples. I gave you Ray, I gave you Hulk, She-Hulk, and I gave you Indiana Jones, the female version. Yeah. This is just 3. We haven't even talked about Marvel yet. Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel,
yep.
Like, she's going to lead the next Avengers. And I'm like, you know what? Cool. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Then we have the berating of male superheroes. We have Thor, first and foremost, get berated, insulted. He gets stripped of his clothes, and all the women are sitting eating grapes going, ha, this is so funny. If we had to switch the roles,
character growth.
Yeah. If we had switched that roles and had Natalie Portman in chains and stripped of her clothes and had Thor sitting there eating grapes,
I would have watched the movie twice.
I would have probably ran through the screen. But you would have had an uproar. You would have had an uproar with the female people out there. The what's it called? Feminists. You would have had
articles would have been written. Oh, here we have
Marvel doesn't care about the feminists. Yeah.
Yep.
They're disgusting. Blah blah blah. This and that.
Yeah.
So when you if I'm a fan of Thor as a character, I don't want to go sit through a movie where I'm seeing him butt naked.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry. I'm not interested in that. Some people might be. Then good for them. But you have to cater to the majority audience because they're the ones going to write that check for you, make that money for you, buy that merch.
Absolutely.
To be fair, if they ripped James' clothes, I'd probably make it would have made. I would think so.
Yeah, I agree.
I would think so. I would agree. But that's not the point. The point I'm trying to make is if you continue to demasculate men and you prop up women to be perfect characters in the shows, well, why would an 18 to 20-year-old male want to watch it?
Yep.
What's there for them to watch?
Yep.
Negativity about being a male?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man.
Well, they're
and it's something to say too for like the course of that movie where like we've seen Thor go through his shit. I'm probably gonna sound like a broken record because I've said this before. Like Thor went through his shit. He understood the loss, the toll. If it wasn't like he had the opportunity to end Thanos, but he didn't, and because of that, half the universe's population got destroyed. So he went into depression, but never really showed how he worked through it. It was just all of a sudden he was better, but he's kind of back to being an idiot, younger self of himself again. And he decided, hey, Valkyrie, you have no experience running a kingdom, but you're the new king of goddamn
you go, girl.
Asgard. At this point, Thor, you've been through the shit. You made the mistakes. You understand the struggle. You were the right person to lead your kingdom.
Yeah, that character, they wasted.
Oh, they are
completely
wasted.
And that talent completely got wasted. Completely. His story alone could have taken 30 minutes of the movie.
Yep.
And it would have been
awesome.
He
was literally the best part of that movie.
And they just, whatever. We'll make goofy, stupid little things. We'll go have Zeus, throw lightning bolts and do stupid things. He'll be overweight too, because that's fun, we did the overweight thing already, Taika. We had Thor be overweight. That was him going through depression. His way of dealing with depression by just not giving a shit. Right? Yep. We went through all that. We didn't need to go see that again with another character. We didn't need to go see Thor being mopey and upset. It was just, this is the reason why you lost viewership. They're blaming, like, Disney is saying that the reason why they lost viewership is because they're not focusing on smaller storylines. They're not doing things like Nintendo. They should focus on video game stuff because they feel the 18 to 20-year-olds gravitate towards video game movies. I don't think that's the case because there are some they don't care about video game movies. They care about video games.
Yes. Video game movies, like, we somehow got some great ones all of a sudden, but in history, they've been bad. Most of the video game movies they've done have been quite horrible. They just got lucky with quite a few of them so far. Like the Sonic movies, the Super Mario, Uncharted was like okay at best. But that's a few in like an ocean of many video game movies. So it's not the focus.
Another thing is, if you want to look at Disney itself, they've also demasculated men in their movies. Like Snow White, for example, didn't have the prince because they feel that Aladdin. They feel like they would make the females weak there. So they decided to go and reinvent the wheel, and then it bombed.
It hurt them.
I talked to somebody who loves Snow White, and I said to them, and as a female, I said, "Do you want a male to? Are you okay with the fact of the old movie having a male come and rescue the female to get her out of, to kiss her, and then she's awake, right?" She's like, "Absolutely." She goes, "Why do you not want love? What's wrong with love? That's not a sign of weakness. That's a sign of love."
Yeah.
And I said, "Yeah, you're absolutely right." So somehow we've got to this point where males can't aid women in anything anymore. Because if they do, then it's a sign of weakness, not a sign of strength being working together.
Yeah.
Last time I checked.
But they make it seem like men are creepy because they do these kind of
things. Because they write them as creepy characters. I just talked about Peacemaker with the bar scene. It's a trope that they do all the time. They make the men be these creepy, pushover, aggressive guys in the bar. And then the woman keeps saying, "No, dude, go away from me, dude.
Yeah.
Stop touching me. Don't look at me, dude." And then she throws a bottle in his head and smashes his face. An act of criminal offense, but that's okay, right? It's so dumb. The tropes are just getting boring and overused, and you're in a mess like this where you've lost viewership. I don't think going to video game route is going to help because video game is a massive in its own. It's bigger than Hollywood. It makes more money. It generates more money than Hollywood does. It's not the other way around. And I just feel that the heads of Disney don't know what they're doing. They've lost focus. They are panicking. They don't know. They're grasping at straws now. They allowed people like Kathleen Kennedy to destroy a completely huge IP.
Yep.
Where to the point nobody gives a crap about Star Wars right now. It's an afterthought.
Yep.
And if you were to tell me this 25 years ago, I would slap your face right now. I'm like, you're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. How can this franchise, this IP, be an afterthought? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I don't think anybody expected it to tank the way it did, man.
And they're doing that with Marvel too.
Yeah.
They're expecting $1 billion money, but $1 billion. I was looking up as to why the movies are not making billions of dollars is because of current administration. I'm not going to get too political with it, but the current administration shutting on countries like China and Russia and whatever is happening. That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is studios are losing hundreds of millions of dollars because of what's happening outside of the U.S. China, for example, makes $200 to $300 million more for Disney. A lot of people in China don't want to watch U.S. movies anymore because of the political situation.
Right.
So Disney's not going to make the $1 billion. No. They're going to make 600, and they have to be okay with that. So now what Disney's doing is scaling back their cost. So that's why they're going to reboot basically the MCU. They're going to bring in no-name actors and sign them for long term. They're going to say goodbye to characters like Evans, Downey, Hemsworth. All these guys that are getting paid boatload of money, they're all going to be gone.
Who also started off as lower-named actors.
Yes. Well, Downey was a drunk and sleeping in people's lawns.
Yeah. He went to rehab.
Yeah.
He was stuck in rehab.
Iron Man got him back on track.
Yeah.
Right? So this is what Disney is dealing with. And like I said, they dug themselves this hole, and now they're going to be in it for a while because trying to get out of that, good luck. Good luck. DC's in the same situation too.
That's a whole generation that they lost.
Alienated.
You know how long, like, with them losing that, it's going to take them like 50 plus years to get a generation back into their IPs.
Just think about it. Star Wars franchise got popular by male audiences in the 70s.
Yeah, and it carried on. Because
Lucas and everybody at that time knew what their core audience was, and they focused on that. It was a father and son relationship that they focused on because they knew that's the audience.
Yeah.
They still had females. Leia was prominent. It's not like they ignored females, but they knew what the audience was. You can still make a female lead show or a movie, but you got to do it in a way where you cannot alienate the audience that watches it. Or the best example I can give right now is Fallout on Amazon. Season 2's trailer dropped. Did we watch it? We haven't seen it, right?
No, not yet. Not yet. No.
Okay. Well, season 2 trailer. We'll look for the next trailer and then we'll talk about it. It's gonna come up probably in a couple months. But that's probably the best example of a show where it's a female-led show, but male audiences are gravitating towards it because the story is good and the female is not perfect. And then the male audience, male characters are in there are very good complementary characters. They have their own story as well.
That's perfect.
And I, for one, gave it a 10 out of 10.
That's wow.
It's a great show. Fantastic show, Fallout. I can't wait for season 2. I cannot.
I will be watching season 1 today, actually.
So nice.
We can do the reviews for.
We can do a little call back on it. Yeah, we can talk about it. Yeah. Like it can be done, but it requires intelligence. It requires understanding your audience, your demographics. It requires research. You don't just shoehorn things, and that's what they were doing. Disney, they're shoehorning things in because they got tax write-offs. Yes, Disney was getting tax write-offs for being DEI. It was installed in the Biden administration, and I'm not here to talk about Biden or his administration. I'm not going to give politics, but they inserted tax incentives if you have DEI inserted into your content. It was designed to open up space for other people to be looked at by talent and producers and directors to sign outside of the main Caucasian scope. Right? That's what it was designed for, and it was designed for the right reasons. But like everything, people decide to go and abuse that, right? Shoehorn a bunch as many people as we can for diversity's sake, but it wasn't. It was for tax incentives, right? And now that the well is drying up, everybody's searching for the next answer, right?
This is bad. It's just bad.
Yeah.
And I think DC's stepping in the right direction with things.
Well, DC's got a hole to dig out of too. Their small hole is a little bit smaller because they didn't go as far, I think, as Disney did. Right. I think besides looking at the data and trying to figure out what to do, I think they need to start firing some people.
Absolutely.
Amazon, like I mentioned recently, just fired. That's another thing. Lord of the Rings, predominantly watched by me. My wife doesn't care too what's about Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
When I went to New Zealand to the Shire, she loved the Shire, but she's like, I don't want to hear anything about Frodo and Bilbo Baggins. I don't want to hear any of that stuff.
She knew it was coming.
She said, or I'm going to take their ring and make it disappear in you. Right? Yeah.
Jesus
where Frodo
Christ.
won't be able to find it.
Damn.
Yeah. She's like, I love all this, but I don't want to hear any of that nerd talk. Okay. That's another one. They decided, the people in charge decided to go and change things massively where it's not even true to Tolkien's story. And then they are getting mad that viewership is declining. People are not happy with them. And they're like, well, why? You guys are all bigots. You're all sexist. No, we just don't like what you're pulling out because you're betraying Tolkien's legacy.
Yep.
Right? You're destroying what he built. None of this isn't even in the books. And whatever you're adding in here doesn't even make sense. Your stories suck.
Yep.
The content, the CGI, all of it sucks. And we went through it and we broke down. So we're not just spewing nonsense. We actually broke down episode after episode of all the plot problems, the decision on, CGI.
Yep.
A lot of things happen, and we talked about it in detail. I think almost like frame by frame, almost pretty much.
Or
scene by scene.
It was pretty much scene by scene, man. Because there's just so many things wrong with every single scene.
Yeah,
every single scene.
Amazon did something that I thought they never would do. They actually fired the female person that was in charge of Amazon's studio. They fired her.
Wow.
Because she was all about that DEI.
Of course.
And so they got her out, but some of the stuff is still leaking out here right now. They're still getting rid of the filth. But hopefully in a year or two, they get back on track and start making movies that everyone can enjoy.
Yeah.
Make movies for a specific audience, but don't get upset when the other side doesn't want to watch it. Right? And have your expectations a bit lower if you want to make a content for the smaller demographics versus the larger demographics, right? So not everything's going to be a hit.
Their actors and their PR stunts.
Oh my god!
Like, make it about
what's her name? Rachel Zegler? Is it Rachel Zegler?
Yeah.
Oh my god! They need to put like duct tape around her 24/7 when she walks out of her house. She destroyed her career.
Yeah. She did it to herself.
Nobody even cares about Snow White the movie. It just went out like a whimper.
Apparently, she's back on Broadway, and she's
stay there.
Thriving on Broadway. Apparently,
stay there.
Yeah,
stay there, and let that be a lesson to you. Panic is in the air for Disney. I love it. I love it. You've done it to yourself, Disney. You have no one to blame but yourselves. You listen to all these jabronis who don't know nothing, and you've squandered away billions of dollars and destroyed massive IPs to the point where nobody cares. It's going to take a while to figure that out, and I don't think they're going to be on track for quite some time.
No, I mean, if they continue crapping on like the source materials, they're gonna continue into a downfall, man. No one's gonna watch their stuff. They won't care.
No. I hope everybody watches our stuff, and I hope you guys do care. So hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't. Appreciate all of you guys for coming to hang out with us, watching our video. Leave us some comments in the comment section about your top 5 that Sheldon did. Did you agree with them? Did you not agree with them? Have your take on it too. Our top 5s are here to stay next week. I'm gonna do a cool top 5 of my top 5 80s movies originated in the 80s, started in the 80s. That's gonna be so tough. I probably have like 50 now in my head.
I look forward to it, man. I think it'll be whatever your list is. I think I'm
gonna be sweating bullets till the minute I show. I'm gonna be sweating bullets to figure out the last second before the show starts. I bet you the last hour I'm still gonna be figuring out placements. Getting one from the 6 to 5. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. We'll be back next week to do more cool content. our time is going to be pretty much the same for this next week.
Yeah.
But NFL season started, and me and him are big NFL fans, so our times might change based on the game start times.
Depending on the games, yes.
Yeah. But we'll be there on Sundays to do stuff. But we'll talk to you guys later. So have